very informative, and it is now streaming live on YouTube. Say hello, everyone. You're now streaming. Hello, brother Antonio from Dubai. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo está ka? Hello, welcome back. Oh, to see all your lovely faces.
Alright. Lady. Basta. We'll get
Okay, so that being said, I'll go ahead and get it started. My name is Betty Prince Robinson, coming live from Texas, USA. Want to congratulate and welcome. Okay, so that being said, I'll go ahead and get it started. My name is Betty Prince Robinson, coming live from Texas, USA. Want to congratulate and welcome. Okay, I was muted for a minute. Are we all good? My name is Betty Prince Robinson, coming live from myself. Want to congratulate. I don't know what happened here. Technical difficulties.
Okay.
Should I do that again? Okay. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for giving us your time today. I promise you it will be worth it every second. So again, I'm from Texas, USA. My name is Betty Prince Robinson. I'm honored to co-host this morning for us here in USA, but good evening, good afternoon, good night at some of your places. And how exciting it is to able to co-host this morning with Camasura Schultz, and she's coming live from Germany. Woo! And we have many amazing guest speaker leader today and amazing other leaders that will be speaking with us. So today, as you see in my background, we have international fruit of many. And what are we, brothers and sisters? We are the fruit. We must be fruitful. We are the fruit. And so let's flourish and build this foundation and have the strong roots and get this going and learn it together. So that way we can lead and guide and inspire ourselves, our family, and our brothers and sisters all over the world. So this is an amazing time to be connecting on Zoom, with social media, however we are able to connect. What an amazing time to learn technology and the power of, sharing our testimonies of life. And about life is we are taught to be fruitful because we are blessed. We are born blessed. So that being said, we have our special guest, Gary Gann, today. He's a top leader in Malaysia and all over the world, 6A3-5. And he amazes me all the time, especially his big smile. My friends always ask me, why are you always smiling? Because I said, I'm around people that smile all the time. I don't know them, but they smile, I'm gonna smile. So I love it. And the last time I heard Gary Gann, I see him all the time on social media, but the last time that stuck to me and has added many values for me and many, many others I know, is that we are in constantly university of life. So let's constantly grow together and continue this university of life together. So I thank God, I thank our universe, I thank all of you, your humbleness and your participating and your effort to bring this worldwide meeting together so that we may flourish and build that foundation for us and our team and our friends and family. And of course, honoring Mr. Oshiro and his family for having given us this opportunity to be involved worldwide with. So welcome everyone. I will let Ntekemi cover our housekeeping rules and our information of what we're really bringing to you guys this quarter. And so we also have amazing guests, amazing leaders in the house from Norway. Amalia, she'll be sharing with her teammates. So please listen in, take your notes. I encourage you to get your notes and pens out. This is University of Life, amen? Let's be fruitful. God is good. All to you, Ntekemi. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my Betty Boop. I call her my Betty Boop. because she always makes me smile. She's always happy. Her demeanor is always just very positive, and I learn a lot from her. She's half my age, but I learn a lot from her. But before we get our dear guest from Malaysia to speak for us, we would like to introduce to you his or their KP team, the youngest. I don't know if they're the youngest, but a young team, his young team from Norway, right? And the reason, but before we go there, I'd like to ask Betty and Beth to watch our waiting room and let people in as I take on the stage for now. And I've met Amalia and her team through our Back to Basics Part 1 training. They have been attending that, and I didn't know them from Adam, right? But they reached out and I said, you know, this is for everybody. I was gone for almost 3 years and I wanted to relearn our business, to be compliant, to be able to share and learn the right stuff. And so I decided from then and there that it would be very positive to share it with everyone. I didn't know if anybody would attend, but they did, and they still do. And that's how we got to meet each other and help each other alongside each other. After all, Mr. Oshiro says, let's unify, right? Doesn't matter what branch you're in, whoever is your top line and all that stuff, we go sideways, downwards, upwards, we help each other, and that's how it should be. So without further ado, let me tell you a little bit of Amalia Camasura. She's our icebreaker with her team. She's 5A, running for 6A. I'm sure pretty much very soon she'll be up there too, with 3 of her teams. And they are all in Norway. They have been there since 2008. And these are all not doctors, but medical professionals. These are nurses. And when I'm excited, I talk too much, right? They're all nurses and they're still talking like me, they're still working full time and doing ENAGIC at the same time. So they have 2 full-time stuff going on. Yeah, they're being nurses and also ENAGIC, and they're growing like crazy. And so they inspire me because in spite of the distance from their sponsor in Malaysia, there's a lot of mileage in between, right? They are just plodding on and going, through what they need to do, sharing the water, doing the original steps that their teachers, their mentors taught them. And that's what we want, right? Learn how to do the business the right way. So Amalia, may I introduce your guests in the audience? We have about 68 right now, and we are live streaming on YouTube. I had a problem with Facebook, so we are on YouTube, guys. Take away, Amalia, it's all yours.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Hi, hello, Kangelista. I'm Amalia Camasura. Yeah, I'm originally from the Philippines, Nueva Ecija and Davao. And we are here in Norway for, I think, 2008. I came here as a job seeker. I am a nurse, 30 years experience as a nurse. I have been in Saudi Arabia. I taught in the Philippines as clinical instructor and came here in Norway as a nurse. And in the beginning, I worked hard. I only had 1 day off in a month. Yeah, you heard it right. Only 1 day off, 1 day in a month, because I'm still alone and I have to bring my family here. So I have to have a house, a permanent job. What else? I want to bring them together with my parents. So in the beginning, I'm so eager to work and be inspired by others as a job seeker, as nurse here in Norway. So by the way, thank you very much, Tita. I forgot, Tita Kami and Betty. You inspired us. Our team inspires us. Okay, and what actually you want to hear from us here in Norway? Besides, as our country is very cold country, but even if it's what to call this, shiny, it's still cold. It's 5 degrees here in Norway still, but we are warm-blooded. Okay. So, as you have heard that I am already here in 30 years in as a nurse, and then in year 2020, 2019, one of my friend and um, she introduced us this Kangen water. But actually, she's not the one who first introduced this Kangen water to us 5 years ago. But this is not the one. This is not our priority. Our priority before is to have a house, to have a permanent job, to have a car, to travel. But when we realize that we are not getting any younger, right? So now it's our health. And then this Kangen water, I believe that gave us good benefits, especially with our family. So in the beginning, only the benefits of the water, and then later, after 2 months, we April, May, June, July, August, we went to Malaysia in Kangen Ai in Malaysia, Gary Gann, and we attended the 2-day training and 1-day tour in Malaysia. And then we realized, oh, this is good. The product is amazing. The company is amazing. Our team, our mentors, our leaders, they are so blessed. We are so blessed to have them. So after that, when Tita Kami told me, you have to say more on challenges and difficulties. Yes, we have gone through difficulties. At the beginning, we don't have these policies and procedures. We did not read about the policies and procedures, and then we are eager to sell the product. And then one of our upline in how do you call this? Introduce or offered a 50% discount, which is not. Yeah, you have to drop 50% of the machine. Yeah. So that is not ENAGIC. That is definitely not ENAGIC. But during 2019, it is also what do you call this? Then going to Las Vegas, then convention. It so happened during that time it is also introduced then which pointing system which will have to go to Las Vegas. So we think that this challenge or this 50% is included, but later on we found out that it is not true. Really, that is not ENAGIC. That only that person. We are so hurt. We are so sad at only this business. This is the first time to join the business. We are nurses. We don't know how to deal with the business, and then it so happened that our upline, who was the one who introduced or who offered that 50% discount to us, and he and she is still here, and he and she is still active. But anyway, set aside those challenges and difficulties. We are here, still our team, to move on. And as Tita Kami said, I am already 5A, and I have and I have aces. They are 4As and 3As and 2As, and projection in this 2021 be a 6A2, because my aces become 6As. Yes. And then we have here, we're doing the Zoom. We are doing the meetings every week. And then during this pandemic time, every week we have the demo. We call it the Kangen Demo 101, which is we cater globally. Yes, cater globally, and then we use this Eric Warris 2030 recruiting, and then it's very successful. in just 1 week, we have common free with Annalisa and Josefina. In 1 week, we had 20 sales in just 1 week with that 20 30 recruit. Yeah, with Eric Worries as our mentor. But of course, we want also to thank our uplines like Diana and Mon, Ray Tokmo, and of course our great mentor Kang Empower Team, Gary Gann. He is very helpful, supportive, down to earth, and go. Do I have to yes. So this time I will introduce to you the very first 6A of Norway. She is here. Where are you? She's also a nurse, and she's also from Davao. She's my friend, and she's not the one who introduced that 50%. She's not the one. Okay. Where are you now? Christina Taganes.
Hi, everyone. You should be very clear on that side, Ate Ami. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good day to everyone who are here. I'm so much excited to be here. So let me just introduce to you myself. I am Christina Taganes. I am, of course, from the Philippines, but working and living here in Norway. So to tell you about when I bought the machine, we bought the machine in 2017, but we did not engage ourselves in the business because it was then that time that we started. It was so controversial because it was a decision to make if we will buy the machine from a friend or from my sister-in-law. So it was actually we started that way. So that's why we did not went into the business right away. We enjoyed the machine for 2 years, and right after it was only the time that we went to Malaysia that my eyes were opened. And do you know what? Who is the person who was the instrument of that opening of my eyes? It was actually the man in the house right now, Mr. Gary Gann, who actually had opened our eyes to the business. And of course, I was so thankful because he really taught us a lot of things. He said that we will put our very heart into it. And it was only then that I was able to know the biggest why I should be in this business. So I started in 2019, of course, with my husband, and I became 6A. So amazing, right? I became 6A when in the midst of pandemic. So I became 6A in October 2020. And I truly believe, as what Cynthia Briganti always is telling us, that that of course there is our teammates matter, but when God pours blessings, He will pour a lot of blessings that you cannot contain. So it was never easy. It was never easy, more so that we experienced, as what Ate Ami said a while ago, we experienced unwanted happenings, and with which I believe God allowed it to happen also, for whatever purpose it may serve, that I still do not know. But personally also, I experienced a lot of challenges with my teammates, but praise God, I managed to achieve this 6A rank with the team, of course, with the teamwork with my team. So we get help from our upline. We get to connect with them, and I'm grateful and thankful that they are so willing to help us, willing to teach us. I think 6A is just the beginning. I think I still have a lot of experiences to trials, problems to experience, but I know with the help of God, we'll be able to conquer it, because as God has said, we are not just conquerors. We are more than conquerors if you will not give up. As what you have written in your poster, Ate Kami, you said that Galatians 6:9, that we will not be weary in doing good, because at the proper time we will reap the harvest if we will not give up. So I thank you so much, Gary Gann, our mentor. Of course, we are We learn also to connect to or to listen to other mentors in network marketing, which as a nurse, I am not really, we are not into this before, because our mind is conditioned that or programmed that we'll just work. And when we will work, we'll get rich, but actually it's not. So I thank you so much, Gargan. I know God made you an instrument that you will be a blessing to us. So I will not be stealing so much of your time. As what Garrigan always said, that we will be, let us be the miracle the world is waiting for. So I know and I believe that Norway will be producing a lot of 6As in the future. So we will not be going just to the top, but we will be going to the topmost level. So see you at the top, guys. Thank you so much, Ate Kami, for making this team be known to a lot of. I know there are from Spain here, from everywhere around the world. I am so much blessed. I am grateful, and I'm so much privileged to be here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Christina. Yes, thank you, Christina and Amalia. And there's a couple more people who will speak from the team. Just want to make sure that we are letting everyone know why we are doing this. I know you guys are waiting for Gary, but have patience, give us grace. And the team from Norway, Back to Basics, was born to help those who are running towards 6A all the way to 6A2. And the reason I picked Amalia was she was the one who first reached out to me. Then Christina came on board too. She's so I hope you don't mind that I didn't ask you to be the lead. This team, guys are all leaders, but Amalia and the other two ladies who will speak now after Amalia introduces them are also here to let us know that in spite of their ranking or the levels, it has nothing to do with levels. I believe ENAGIC has something to do with the heart big time, right? It's a mission for us all, I hope. Mission before commission, like many people say. And Mr. Oshiro espouses that we are here on a mission to help each other, to grow each other. We don't let anyone down there and be left down there. We want to be able to all go up, just like Mr. Oshiro has envisioned for all of us. And Gary has been doing that. So yes, thank you for your time. And I won't make it long. So Amalia, back to you.
Hi, thank you very much, Tito Kami. Thank you, Christina, our dear 6A. Now, I told you a while ago that I have my aces in my team. One of which is, she's already 4A. None other than Annalisa de los Santos. Take it away, Annalisa.
Thank you, Amalia. Hello, fellow ENAGIC millionaires. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I am Annalisa de los Santos. I am also a nurse, and I've been here in Norway since 2003. So it will be almost 17 years from now. And I have been a nurse since 1990. Like Amalia, I've been also have been to Saudi Arabia, back to the Philippines, and then here in Norway for 17 years now. So there is nothing wrong with being a nurse. It is a very noble profession. I am very thankful and privileged to be able of service to our fellow humanity. It's a very good profession. But the only thing is that this profession separates me from my family from the Philippines, right? So it is a necessity for us as Filipinos. If we want to live a privileged life, so we have to have more journey outside of the Philippines. So it brought me here in Norway. How my ENAGIC journey started is just like almost Amalia. It's just the same, because when this one is introduced to me by a person you trust, so you're all the way out. You are supportive, and then you will support this person, and you are willing to trust. So I was also one of those who availed this 50% promo of the machine. So because we were promised that the machine will be given in 6 weeks as long as we pay it half of the price in cash. So money was not an issue that time. So we went out with the money, and then we waited and waited. And then to cut the story short, so I joined the company because as I said, the why of the reason is not really financial, but more on to have that to grow as a person, to challenge yourself, to learn more things, to learn new things. And at this age, as Amalia said also, when we started working as nurses, all we have in our mind is that we will work until a certain age before we will retire. We will retire as a nurse. And then thinking that, oh, I don't want to have more 2 or 3 years again after retirement to enjoy life. Why can't I enjoy life earlier? So I saw the opportunity in ENAGIC. So that is why. So again, we also have, as a person, as I also have challenges along this journey. Because we are nurses, we don't know anything about business. I don't have any business at all. There is no selling in the family either, not in the bloodline or whatever, like Gann, that is born with a, with a business in his mind and in his heart. So anyway, that was the first challenge. So the first challenge was, how are we going to do this? So of course, we have to learn the skills, willing to be coach, and willing to change your mindset, to be a quitter. You have to quit negative thoughts. You have to quit negative habits. You have to quit being surrounded with negative people. So that is what I have learned. It is very difficult when it comes to your team also. You should be an inspiration to them. Some people in your team don't want to be coached, don't want to be told to, or maybe it's not time for them. That's why sometimes we are so disappointed. Why are they not like that, not like us? So, but we have also to be patient, right? So again, we are doing this one aside from our full-time job. Every day, we see to it that we do something that involves ENAGIC. It's either reading about ENAGIC, watching videos, replay the Zoom meetings that we missed through our, that is given by Gann. So that is what we do to develop ourselves every day and to keep our momentum. So, and we are very thankful for, in a way, for the pandemic, because through technology, we were able to meet all of you through this technology. Otherwise, we will not be doing this one. We will not be meeting like this. So it expanded our horizon, our perspective, that there are many people out there like us, like you, willing to change the world one glass at a time, right? So like our mentor, one of our mentors said, there are 3 types of people in the pandemic: the billionaires, the millionaires, and the witnesses. So I don't think I want to be a witness. I want to be either a billionaire or a millionaire, right? Yes. Okay, we keep on learning. This is all my notes for the whole year. Learning and learning. Yes, thank you. Back to you, Ami.
Yeah, thank you very much, Annalisa. Tita Cami, do you add some more, or I will continue?
I think we only have one more to go, right, Josefina?
Josefina.
Yeah, let's finish that up. That was the plan, and Gary is aware about it. And I'd like him to really see his team in Norway in action on Zoom meetings like this. I know he has already experienced you guys, but to meet here between you and your mentor, your top mentor, is always a very pleasant experience. In fact, it's very notable that you guys could be together like this despite the distances. So please go ahead, Annie, call on the next one.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. As our team is already expanded, we have London, we have Chicago, we have Spain, we have Portugal, we have Canada, Australia, Philippines, and Hawaii. So yeah, so now one of my fastest 4A in our team, one of my A's, none other than Josefina Galisa. Yay!
Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm so nervous. I must tell this. I was forced by my Amalia. Anyway, it's my first time to talk. I always said no, no, no to Amalia. Anyway, I'm Josefina Galisa, but my friends call me Lani. I'm a nurse by profession, been living here in Norway for almost 13 years. And those 13 years, we studied and practiced the Norwegian language to the point that I almost forgot to speak in English. And that is why I forgot to speak. True, when Amaria told me to talk or just say something, I immediately responded, no, I cannot. That's why, pardon me if I'm really nervous. Anyway, anyhow, going back to my profession, I am very passionate about my work, dealing with patients in different cultures. But there are times I ask myself, do I really need to work till I get 60, 70 years old, or when I become a functionist? Fears in me is getting worse as I age. I can remember one point in my life when things were very rough and I didn't think I was going to make it through. I was so mad about what my life had come to and what I was being made to feel like it. Then that was the time I told myself, I need to do something. I was indulged in some small businesses. Yes, it helped me financially. Journey was not worth and I failed. There comes the magic story. It was Amalia who introduced this business to me. At first, we were so hesitant. We have all the thousand excuses whenever she tried to introduce me the machine. But she's the person who is persistently and devotedly untiring person. And as we quote it, there comes the perfect time. I give her my time together with my husband. We went to their house with no intention to sign or join her business, just to go and be finished, just like it. Then times there are many times she's sending me messages, videos. I just press the like, the thumbs up, but I wasn't reading it. To cut the story short, we were amazed and convinced with the demos and the talks they showed, and we bought the machine. We bought the machine without questions. I was really convinced in the effort she gave to us. My husband take the pen and she just signed up. I was amazed. My husband is really hard-headed and it's not that easy to be convinced. And that's the journey of my ENAGIC. I'm so grateful that I'm enjoying the ENAGIC family now. With just 3 to 4 months, I reached the 4A, and I'm hoping that God will help us, especially me and my husband. I'm not that person who is not. I'm not that is what do I say? I'm not that good in speaking, in public speaking, but through it through an addict family, I need to convince myself I need to do this. I will go to the top. I don't want to work just in the home care I'm working now. I need to really push myself and to go through this family. I really acknowledge Kita Kami, who is very untiring, very genuine person. I love you very much, Tita Kami. Within my heart, I want to hug you. And I hope God will bless you more. You are an instrument to us. I love you so much. My kababayan, maraming salamat, ate. I love you so much. That's all I can say. Thank you so much.
Oh my God, to God be the glory, Josefina. And she's from my hometown. We're from the same
Amen.
town. I hope you haven't forgotten Ilocano. Agsarita ka man ti Ilocano, baka di mo na nalipatan mo. Ala ka. So same town. Can you imagine that? And we find each other here in Europe. Amazing.
Yes, thank you, Josefina. Thank you, Tita Kami. I have one more. Can we have 1 minute? She is from London. She's here. Yes. Gary,
Absolutely. Please, yes.
okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah. The new one in our team. She's also a Filipino. She's now in London. No other than Olivia Reyes. Take it away, Olive. She's also in Ilocano.
Okay, while we're waiting for Olive, hi Olive. I want to share what
Unmute you, Olive.
Kaz Yokoya said. Filipinos, the distributors, the Filipino in general, they are very compassionate in heart. It's a natural thing for us to be compassionate. So if you want to be successful in ENAGIC, quote unquote, get a Filipino to be your co-distributor in your team. Okay, I'm just quoting, okay, but everybody can do what everybody else can do, the top. We can all get there.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. I'm so privileged to be part of this group. I'm a newbie, and I was recruited by my good kumare, my good friend, Josefina. And yeah, I didn't know about this Kangen machine before. And then when was it you messaged me, Lani? It was before Christmas, or
For Christmas.
yeah, before Christmas. And I didn't know about it. And Lani sent me a lot of information about the Kangen machine, about the ENAGIC company, and being a nurse as well, but now retired as a nurse because I shift to a chef as a career. Is my new career. So, but it's still there. My passion for health, wellness, it is still there. So that's why I was so interested when Lani gave me this information about the Kangen machine, the benefits, and it's just so timely as well, because I think Lani was an instrument by God, because my niece needed a therapy for her cancer. So it's just so timely that God sent Lani to us, to me. So I'm so grateful that this opportunity was given to me by Lani, and I'm so grateful for my friend. But I've been waiting for my machine because it was ordered on the the 5th of Feb, and then we had this problem because of the Brexit. So I only got the machine on the 21st of this month. So I only started like few days drinking the water, the amazing water, and yeah, I love it. I love it. So I hope, because I'm still in the I'm still new with the Kangen machine, but I would like to grow more with this company and start this business as well, and at the same time using this machine and introduce to my neighbors and in London as well. And I hope God is good, so he's there to help us and he knows what's best for us. So thank you, Ami, Lani, and all the family in Norway, ENAGIC family. Thank you so much for this privilege. And Manang Kami is also my kababayan. My kababayan in Bacara, and
Ala.
Manang Kami,
Bacara?
yeah, if you know my daddy Bruno Corpus.
Yes.
Yes, so they are good friends with your mother. Nana Luz used to come to the house, and my sister as well. They're BFF with your sister, Ate Manang Judith. So yeah, so it's a small world. Small world. Thank you so much for this privilege, ENAGIC, and for the benefits. I'm very grateful. And thank you, Ami.
Thank you,
Ami.
Olivia.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you, Olivia. I didn't know I have so many kababayans. Taga Bacara kami amin na po. So now I'm talking in our dialect. This is not the language. The language is Tagalog that unifies the whole country. But our heart dialect is Ilocano. That's a totally different kind of language, right? Like Karen people, they have different languages. But thank you, Olivia. Agsasalita tayo tumanan aya.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Kangelista. We are the Norway team, KPT Norway team. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Amy, and Norway team, KPT Norway team. And just so the latecomers will understand what we're doing here a little bit more, and most of you have been in our Back to Basics. When we feature younger groups, younger meaning before they hit 6A, we also want them to speak about their difficulties, what they have experienced, and why they have continued, in spite of, because like in any business, there are always hurdles. And it's really up to you when you believe in something, whether you want to move forward or not in that particular endeavor. And their story has really touched me so deep because the hurdle was huge, was pretty much mountainous as far as it's a huge mountain as far as I was concerned. But Amalia stopped for maybe a few years, but then came back with vengeance, meaning she came back with 2 aces, like she said. So thank you, Amalia, for being so transparent, for sharing your story, for coming on board. Josie, Olivia, and Langsky. I always forget your other nickname. So from here on, we will give back the camera and the stage to Betty, who will be introducing our main speaker. Take away, Betty. It's all yours. Or are you here?
I'm right here, baby. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. Fruitful, top leaders everywhere. This is what we call abundance. And the victory is for God. Praise him. Most high praises. So thank you again. You guys truly inspired me, because I come from a third world country too. So we have, this just is like abundance of eye-opening and advantage to what we want to plan for our life. Like Mr. Gary had always inspired me. That's stuck in my head. We are the University of Life every day. So what a great opportunity to continue to learn from all of you around the world. So thank you, Amelia. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Josefina. You guys truly are amazing. And what you do, frontliners of helping people, it's beyond words. So thank you for being those true heroes out there. That being said, we want to welcome not only him in person, but his spirit, his smile, his excitement, and his just knowledge of life. And so many people that's been so inspired by him. Every day he is on live on some kind of platform, encouraging, uplifting, giving those free advice, free information. How much more abundance can we get that for free? That being said, let me give you the honor to welcome Mr. Gary from Malaysia. Woo! Thank you, Gary. God bless you.
Hello,
Where are you?
everybody.
Yes.
Hello. Sorry.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Kemi. Hi, everybody. And since you all start with the Philippine team, mabuhay, mabuhay. It's great to be here, even at wee hours in the morning. So, I as usual, I cannot be shouting too loud as usual. But it's always great to be here, guys. Firstly, I'd like to thank Kemi. Did I pronounce your name correctly? Kemi Scholz? All right. Yeah. Thank you. I do see you and follow you on Facebook. But that profile that I see you, I didn't know that you are Filipino or Filipina. I thought from far you look like a Caucasian lady, But anyway, mabuhay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Firstly, I like to, before I start anything as usual, I like to thank my boss up there, the Almighty God, for truly giving me this inspiration and to give every single thing that I'm enjoying right now, that I'm experiencing, is all from him. And I'm truly so blessed. And while I'm hearing from Amalia, Annalisa, Christina, Josephina, and Olivia, again, I am just being reminded of how blessed I am, most of y'all, some of you have heard of about my story, high school graduate, started work at the age of 19 years old, taking home a pay of $100 a month, I'm definitely not a professional. I'm not a nurse. But I got a good look. I'm very guapo or pogi, as you call it. Yeah, I can speak a little bit of Tagalog. I even can speak the what do you call the delicious in Davao we call lamit. Wow. How every time I do that in Malaysia and the server, the waiter is from Davao or from Mindanao, they're like, wow, I said lamit. So I'm truly very blessed. Yeah, as what Kemi has mentioned, I think one of my of course I've got a lot of very good leaders. I just want to really appreciate everybody, especially my leaders and my members in my team. I'm just so lucky. I'm just put in such a spotlight that everybody looked at me like some kind of a rock star, wow. But I just want to really make it a record. I am just so lucky I'm where I am today. And I am where I am today because of all these amazing people. I'm telling you, seriously. All I do day in and day out is just get up on stage, talk, and get down on stage. But all the real work is being really done by these heroes, Like I can even see Bayani, I can tell you. I can even see my brother Brick, Dava, and my leaders from Cambodia, Narit and Sireh, and I can even see Wong in Malaysia. Wow, so many. I can't see all of y'all, although, but I tell you, you guys are the real heroes. If you know that song by Bette Midler, The Wind Beneath My Wings. I really love to sing. I really love to. Hey, apart from speaking, I'm also a good singer. Okay, and I really like that song because I always felt that, you know, like I can even see Super Lee, you know, Super Lee from Malaysia, you know. I've got so many wind beneath my wings, and the reason I'm flying today, as much as I want to take the credit, of course, first credit goes to Almighty God, but a lot of credit goes to my people. I mean, those are the real heroes. Okay, those are the real heroes that need to be highlighted. It's just so happened I was in this spotlight, you know, and yeah, I'm here. Right. So, Kemi, tell me how would you want to run today's session? Let's rock and roll.
Yeah, Gary. Yes. We were gonna ask you a few questions, so you have some pointers for us. First of all, I wanted you to know that you made me wait 4 hours in Manila just to see you.
Oh, okay.
Well, this was in 2018, and you were supposed to speak at ENAGIC Philippines, right?
With Bob, right?
Something
with Bob
happened
Gridelli.
in the tarmac. Yes, with Bob Gridelli, yeah? Something happened in the tarmac and you couldn't get out of the plane. So we were there waiting. Where is Gary? Where is Gary? And I was so excited to meet you finally in person. And I haven't met you in person, but I'm so excited about you, your journey, how you managed to bring Asia into the picture of ENAGIC. I mean, you guys, I know JC Lim. I've met JC too, Jon Lim. And so I know he spoke about you so much, and I'm excited to say this because it feels like I know you. But since we have been talking, I've been doing my homework. I've been watching your videos, right? And of course, I know your history. And there's also one thing you mentioned in one of your videos where you were on the bike and you had to stop and share with us happy money.
Wow, you got that book.
So I'm doing my homework. When I want to feature someone in our Back to Basics, you bet I'm going to read about that person. I'm going to watch that person and really look in the back office of that person pretty much. So amazing, Gary. It's all about how we view ourselves, our concept of money. So that's one thing that I would like you to please touch on. And also, before ENAGIC, what did you do and how did you get to ENAGIC? What's your background? And you did say something about 3 things: do not compare, concept about money, and sustainability. I think those 3 things we need to hear from you directly.
Okay. So, if I do sidetrack along the way or I do not cover the things that you need me to cover today, please just remind me. Okay, because when I'm in a flow, as you can see, my style is I do not have notes with me, because I always believe when I am locked in, when I mean I locked in means I'm tuned to my creator. So actually, to be very frank, whatever you're going to be hearing from me today, it's from my boss through my mouth, because if he just opened the sky and talk to you, you can't take it. Not everybody is a Moses. Okay, so he needs to go through a very natural source, which is a human being. Okay, so when I'm locked in, I go with the flow. So if I've not covered anything, please feel free to remind me. Okay, so a very quick one just to add on to what you mentioned, Kemi. The reason I wasn't able to be there on that particular fateful day is one of, I could say, is the greatest memory and also the greatest nightmare. It took me, usually from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur to get to Manila, it's a 4 hours. The maximum is 3 hours, 50 minutes or 4 hours flight. But for that particular fateful day, a China airline crash landed in your Manila tarmac, caused the entire airport to be blocked off. And it took me the whole journey from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur to finally reach Manila. It took me 28 hours to reach Manila. And it's my apology. And that's the reason why Bob Gridelli was texting me on my phone. You know, it was a really when there's more time, I will share with you guys that real harrowing experience. You know, I was sitting in a plane right in Manila Airport tarmac for easily 8 hours, you know, because the whole traffic and people cannot get down. People need to pee, and yet you can't go down. You know, there's no more drink, there's no more water left in the plane, and very chaotic. But anyway, everything happens for a good reason. But since I mentioned about that, I want to, and I can see my good brother Brick is here, I like to thank, you know, I feel so blessed. Not just, sometimes you just think of, that's why I always want to say that ENAGIC is not just, I mean, it's not just a water machine or, you know, you sell and you make an 8 point. It's where you really, it's a life on its own, you know. So through ENAGIC, I build up, you know, I'm so blessed to have all these, I call them my brothers, sisters, you know. Like they literally waited for me, don't know for how many hours, you know. And finally, I came out from the plane finally at 11 p.m. or 12 a.m. in the morning. And my brother Brick was waiting right at the airport, took me, and then the whole team was waiting for me at like a restaurant or something like that, you know. And unfortunately, I have to sleep that night. And the next day, I took another flight back. So it was very interesting, but I'm very touched because I felt that I'm very blessed. I mean, I have to say this. I feel I'm so blessed that through ENAGIC, through this entire thing, you know, I'm not a Filipino, but I somehow felt very Filipino at heart. Later, I'll be talking about my mission on the Global OFW Freedom Project. If you are interested, please do, because I can see a lot of Filipinos here. Please participate in this program. It doesn't have to be a Kangen thing, you know, but I just want, hopefully in my lifetime, I always pray to God, hopefully in my lifetime, that this entire OFW thing can be abolished, you know, and people will get their freedom back. Okay, so that's a quick one regarding that trip. So, sorry, Cami, so what's the first thing that you want me to highlight in today's session? Yeah.
What you were doing before ENAGIC. How did you
Awesome.
get to ENAGIC?
Okay, great. So, guys, basically, as I mentioned, I grew up from a very ordinary family. My late mother was a secretary. My late father was a building supervisor. I requested to control your camera. How do I control my camera? Is there something I can control? I saw an instruction came out on my screen. Okay, anyway. I started life very early at 19 years old, where a lot of my friends, and guys, remember although I look like I'm in my 20s, I'm already in my mid 40s. So during my era, when I was coming out at 19 years old, remember there's no Facebook, there's no social media. People literally do not have an option like today. You know, you don't want to study, just be a affiliate marketer, be a drop shipper, you know. But those days, there's no such thing as YouTubing and, you know, no such thing. So either you further your studies, or if you don't further your studies, the chances are you end up becoming a waiter in a McDonald's company, you know, something like that, you know, or some low level thing, you know. So I was really determined, because when I looked around, okay, I was a very curious young boy. Number one, I didn't really like to study, but I didn't like to study not because I didn't like reading. As you can see, my house is, my library in my house is sometimes more bigger than a lot of people's library. But I realized that I don't like to study those topics, you know, like geography and all that. Not that it's not important, but it's not my cup of tea. And then what I looked around was, I see that a lot of one of those successful people in the world or in Malaysia, they don't have education. You know, so like everybody is telling me you need to get education, you need to get degree, you need to study hard, work hard, get a good job. And then I look at, hey, how come all these people doesn't even seem to, you know, they are not able to speak English. One of them is the boss of Gann, you know, I'm sure Amalia still remember coming to Malaysia, going to just such a beautiful Disneyland up in the mountain. So, okay, anyway, but I was very lucky. Again, I want to say I'm very blessed because right around that time, I'm actually also born in a network marketing family, okay? So I'm not sure how many of you are born in that kind of family where, you know, my earliest memory is my mom used to take me to a lot of all these meetings, you know, product knowledge meeting, you know, marketing plan meeting. And right around that time, my mentor, my first mentor is none other than my uncle, my mother's youngest brother. And he was a legend, okay? Now, he was a legend, like he was the Dexter Yeager. If you know who is Dexter Yeager, the late Dexter Yeager of Amway, you know, like the legend, you know. He was the legend in Asia, in Malaysia, you know. So he was featured in a lot of magazines, you know, Chinese magazine. He was great, you know, and he was like amazing. And when I looked at him, I really loved the idea. Okay, number one, he made a lot of money at that point of time. But money, I mean, a lot of business people also make money. But what he has that a lot of people do not have is he has the time freedom, what we call as the uncommon freedom. And when I saw that, I told myself this, I said, if one day I'm going to be successful, I want to be like him. Can you imagine I can go out for a jog in the morning with him outside our house and we end up back to the house 1 week later? How did that happen? We can just travel around Malaysia just like that because there's no need to go to any office. There's no staff or anything. Everything, his mindset is everything we just buy. You don't have clothes, just buy. No toothbrush, buy. You know, you need a comb, buy. You know, it's like that, you know. So I really said, wow, this is the dream life and it's possible. So I was very lucky. I was very blessed because I had a role model then. And right around that time, I followed him. He mentored me, not about doing so much about his business, but he really taught me that idea of success, mindset, reprogramming your mind, leadership. And he taught me a lot of things that's so necessary to be the person that I am today. So I really, really would like to thank him. Although he's still around, he's still around. He has not gone up or anything yet, but he's really amazing. So he taught me that, and but I started very ordinary, even learning from him. I stayed in his big house, big mansion, but I was still renting a room from him, small little room. I had to do everything, you know, like just a normal guy. I have to go to work, you know, I take the public bus and all that, but I learned a lot, okay? Then from then until today, including ENAGIC, I've been in around 15 different types of network marketing, guys. So that's again, I want to tell you all, please, sometimes maybe you look at me like some legend or some rock star or that, but don't compare you with me, because again, your chapter 1 in the network marketing industry is my chapter 10. So how can you compare a chapter 1 and a chapter 10, right? So, okay, I've been like 15, you know, and because I was born in that family, so I was, you know, every now and then somebody will, do you know those days I was like the network marketing magnet, you know, everybody that wants to talk to somebody about network marketing, they will see me because they know I was born in this family. It's like, I mean, it's like, you know, if you are Manny Pacquiao and everybody who is looking for a boxer, you don't go and look for some Tiger Woods, right? You will definitely look for a Manny Pacquiao, right? So everybody was looking for me, you know, so I attended 1, 2, 3, you know. And some of it was a really good experience. Some of it was really a scam, some is a Ponzi scheme, money game, some, so I tell you, if you think that you have been mistreated by people, or you have been cheated by company, or you have disappointment, tell me about it. Okay, I've been in 15. Okay, so I'm so used to it. It's like Manny Pacquiao, you punch him, he got no more feeling anymore. You just take it like a journey. It's not that I'm a Superman, but you just take it as a journey. So anyway, right before ENAGIC, okay, I was doing actually, just to put things in perspective, I actually made a lot of money prior to ENAGIC. So of course, ENAGIC is a very stable company. I made tons of money from it, but I actually already made my first multi-million in a company before ENAGIC. So I was, at that point of time, now I'm 45, so minus 10, I was 35, minus 2, so I was 33. At 33 years old, I was already in what a lot of people call a retirement age, okay? Because all my debts were paid off, I've a lot of money, things like that. And because I was in network marketing, so I've got all the time in the world, I was very blessed, okay? I want to say it not just to boast to anything, but I'm very, very, very blessed, okay? I've got right people, I've got certain talent, I got a certain skill, I'm able to talk, I got some really, really rich, super, super, super rich people in my organization, things like that. So, but of course, that company ended up to become a Ponzi scheme. It was a legit company initially, but there are sometimes the management, the bosses suddenly became greedier, or they have some other plans, so then it became a Ponzi scheme. And although I was making a lot of money then, okay, I couldn't really sleep at night. And the reason was because I know that it's good. Just like any Ponzi scheme, guys, trust me, no matter how great a Ponzi scheme is, it will break one day. That's for sure. So I knew. And I was bringing a lot of especially high profile people into the business. And I couldn't really sleep, So I was really like, oh, please, God, give me another another way out of this, I want to stop that, but the money is so good, you cannot stop. It's like, Super Lee is on the screen. He knows what I'm talking about. Those days we were buying cars like as if we were buying clothes. Because money is just like there's nothing. But yeah. So then I'm so happy. 1 year before the company closed, ENAGIC came into my life. So somebody introduced me. Gave me a DVD. And guys, those days in Malaysia, basically in Asia, nobody really have heard of Kangen, So this friend of mine from that company gave me a DVD with no labels. It's blue in color. So what is the first thing will come to my mind? I say, hey, what, you giving me some pornographic material or what? He said, no. He says, Gary, you must check this out. Okay. And two things that he mentioned that really motivated me to really look at it. He says, number one, this is a Japanese company medical device. And because when I started my career, I used to sell medical device. And I know anything that's dealing with medical device, top quality. And he mentioned Japanese company. So, wow, special. And number two, he said, it is a very special type of network marketing, a bit like insurance, a bit like car sales, and a bit like network marketing. And he says, Gary, you are the best person to do this because I know you are born for this type of business. I said, okay, I'll just look at it. So cut the long story short, I checked it out. It was really interesting. At that point of time, that video was the video of Pat Boone. If you know of the Pat Boone DVD, Bob Gridelli was doing the demo. And so happened my late mother was standing behind me. To me, I don't even know who is Pat Boone because he was like over my time, right? So like my mom was like, hey, son, that's Pat Boone. I was like, "What, Mom, you know who is this person?" He said, "Hey, that's a very popular singer." Da, da, da. So I said, "Wow, Pat Boone also talking about Kangen water. Simply amazing." I said, "Must check this out." Okay, so anyway, so then da 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 da, and yeah, so that was basically how I started ENAGIC in the early days. But what really got me excited and to me, I'm like this, is either I do something serious and I go all out, like what Will Smith said, if you run with me on the treadmill, I either die on the treadmill or I'm gonna win. That's all to me. So one of the things that really got me to either do it or not doing it, because don't forget, money is not really much of motivation, because from that company I've already made a lot. Okay, but one thing I saw was I was invited for a special demo by that time the upline of Bernard Chan, a guy called Pierre Chan from Mauritius, and the Hong Kong team flew in, and Sam Sia was there. And I still remember they did the demo and the whole works, you know. And I still remember, although it wasn't very popular, but Google, a lot of people was already using Google. And I still remember very clearly the moment they finished the demonstration, and I was seated right at the back. The reason is because I was a face of the other company, so I cannot be seen like, oh, you know, everybody will say, hey, Gary is shifting to another company. So I was like, you know, like very shady, you know, like some, like, you know, like some shady person, like, you know, you don't want to show your face, you know. But I remember one thing was very clear was, after they finished the demo, I saw the thing, I was pretty convinced. I tried the tomato and like, wow, this is something special. I remembered I Googled this. I Googled Kangen water Malaysia. Kangen water Malaysia. Nothing came out. Nothing. Today you Google Kangen water Malaysia. I don't know, you take hours to go through those websites, you know. Then I Googled Kangen water Asia, because at that point of time, I've already built up some very good connections around Asia. Nothing. And I told myself, somebody is going to make this big time. Why must that somebody be somebody? Might as well it be me. And that's where I said, let's do it. I'm gonna, either this company is gonna close down or I'm going to die trying. So I did, you know, and just, I became a 6A in 4 months with no company. And again, I want to mention, please, a disclaimer, it's not that because of anything, but because I've already got a ready-made network. I've got generals with me that are really, really good in doing this type of business. I've got a skill, okay? I'm able to talk, okay? And I have this ability where I can somehow simplify presentations, especially complicated network marketing plans, because you must understand it is at the time where there's no office in Malaysia. I still remember Sam Sia was showing me the first plan in PJ Hilton. It's like a blind leading the blind. He doesn't know what he's talking. I also don't know what he's talking. So it's like, you know, so, but when I looked at the whole thing, I somehow, through my years of experience, I have developed a skill where I know what the layman want to see, want to hear, and I'm able to simplify the plan into a very simplified plan. And I got a second very special ability is I am able to mimic what I see on that means I'm able to like literally photocopy a presenter. So the first person that I really photocopied at that point of time, I still remember, is none other than another of our great Filipino ENAGIC distributor, none other than Daniel Dimekali. Because that's the only resource that I have. I have two. One is Bob Gridelli, one is Daniel Dimekali. So the moment I look at Daniel's video, I said, I'm going to be a Daniel. Of course, I'm not a Filipino, so I'm a Malaysian Daniel. You know, so I even talked the jokes like him. I even said like, check it out, you know, check it out. You know, so I was like, so that was how I started, you know. So and because I've got a very good team, I was very passionate about it, and My early days, sleep time is just 2 to 4 hours a day. I can talk morning. I still remember within 2 weeks, I lost my voice. I mean, you can see even at midnight, I'm talking like this. Can you imagine during the daytime? So, and when I'm very passionate, So I was talking, like as if sometimes there's only 2 people in the room, but I'm talking like there's like 5,000 people in Las Vegas convention, So like, yeah, it's the excitement. So I believe it's the excitement that caught on. And I always tell people this, especially if you really want to be a visionary, you want to be a leader, you want to start new market, you really need to show that excitement. I mean, even if you get the facts wrong, even you tell people, drink 2.5, I mean, of course you don't drink 2.5, but even if you get certain facts wrong, it's okay. But the excitement, so it was like, wow, then, I mean, now I look back, it's like a lot of crazy things we do, at the early days, there was no office, there's no support, there's no easy payments, we sometimes also, after we present certain thing, then we say, oh, it's wrong. It's not supposed to be this way. It's this way. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's the early days before that was how we started in the beginning, Kemi.
It sounds to me like you, Romy, JV, Cynthia, even Kuya Dante Kalinisan, you all have one thing in common in the way that, no, not Dante and Auntie Glenda, they weren't, but the rest that I mentioned, they were already into network marketing. They have had experience in network marketing prior to ENAGIC, and therefore, like you said, Gary, you pretty much brought most, if not all, of the people you've been working with from that company where you already very successful. Yeah. So there's that experience you've learned, your skills are up there. You know how to approach people, you know how to speak. So what would be your advice to people like us? This is my first networking. I don't know sales. What would be your advice to beginners like us in the networking business to concentrate on, to do? Can you give us some pointers?
Yes. Good question there, Kemi. Glad you brought it up because, again, although, yes, I could be very different. I know there are a lot of people here that are very new, no experience in network marketing. But guess what? I was like this when I started my network marketing journey. Okay. So the point I want to say is this. Now, first and foremost, you must understand. Okay. Now, first I want to say there are some things that I'm going to say here that are probably very controversial. It may not sound nice to you. It may not be something that is comfortable to your hearing, but I still want to say it because sometimes I feel that there are a lot of people, they are being misled. Okay. Network marketing is a different breed of animal. Okay, it may look like a sales job. Okay, I'm very sure to my Filipino friends, you know about Caldero. You know Caldero, right? Salad Master or whatever. Pots and pans. It may look quite similar. Or in Malaysia, we have a vacuum company called Rainbow Vacuum Cleaners. It may look the same because it's like a company with a product, but and I want to mention this again, okay? You may not agree, but I want to say this. ENAGIC is a network marketing company. And I don't care if you don't like the term, whether you don't accept it as a multi-level marketing. It is. I mean, what do you call when you pay 8-level deep? Isn't that a multi-level? I mean, the whole idea people is trying to say, oh, no, we are not a multi-level. We're not network marketing. It's because people have the wrong connotation of this and they think that every multi-level marketing, every network marketing is a scam. Who says so? Amway is not a scam. Herbalife is not a scam. ENAGIC is definitely not a scam. But please, you need to accept the fact that we are this. Because if okay, I mean, I want to say this again. Now, if we are playing a soccer game, okay, let's say Filipinos, you all are fan of basketball. So we are playing basketball game. If you don't accept the game as basketball and you said, no, it looks like basketball, but this is volleyball. It's nothing wrong with you, but you're going to lose. And you're going to lose badly. It's nothing wrong with you. But we just need to accept that, hey, we are playing basketball. So ENAGIC is a network marketing company. It's a multi-level marketing. It's a direct sale company. All this is correct. So we must accept that fact first, okay? So when you accept that ENAGIC is a network marketing company, then you must realize, just like Amalia, Annalisa, and probably I'm not sure if Christina is it. It's like you all are nurses. You need to go through nurses training, because if not, you will not be able to do your work. So in network marketing, there are skills that you need to learn. There are certain traits, certain characteristic of the business you need to learn. And I don't expect you all to be professional if this is your first network marketing company that you get in, but you need to learn, okay? So one of the things is, like, for example, if you want to be a leader, you need to be good in public speaking. There is no two ways about it. You can say, okay, now I'm not good. I talk like it's okay now, but you need to be good in probably 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years time. If after 10 years time you still don't learn to be a good public speaking, then forget about doing network marketing. Okay, you can do network marketing. I'm sorry, I make a mistake, but forget to be the top. If you want to be it's just like you say, oh, I want to be a prime minister of the country. I want to be a Duterte, but sorry, I cannot speak in public. How can? What you talking? That doesn't work, you know? Okay, so there are certain skills. You need to be good in presenting the plan. And I noticed in ENAGIC, there are a lot of people very good in demo, very good. But then when come to show the plan, no, sorry, cannot. I wait for upline. How are you going to recruit leaders if you can't even show how you can make money in this business? So all these things is a must, okay? You can be lousy at it at the beginning, I accept. But you must learn and you must be really, really good at it, okay? No exception about this. I was following my mentor and he made sure that I am really good at this, because he knows that if I want to be a leader, I must qualify. It's just like Amalia. If she wants to be a good nurse, she needs to fulfill all the requirements. There's no question asked. Amalia cannot say, oh, I cannot stand to see blood. I will faint. Then don't forget, don't be a nurse, okay? Do other thing, you know. Be a pilot or something, you know. So first and foremost, we must accept that we are in the network marketing industry. Number one, it is a career. Just like any career, it's just like being a nurse, being a doctor, being an engineer, being a lawyer, being a teacher. You need to learn, okay? And my strong suggestion to all my fellow ENAGIC distributors here, one of the fastest, easiest, most sure way to succeed in this industry is, please, if you can, get yourself a mentor, okay? Easiest way, okay? Get yourself a mentor, all right? Now, I'm very sure you can find mentor. And today with social media on Facebook, you can find a mentor. A mentor will be really somebody that can guide you, okay? And why you need a mentor? Because it's just like you want to learn something, you need a teacher, right? Even you can study the book yourself, but if nobody really push you, nobody give you the platform, nobody give you the chance to perform, then how it will be very difficult, okay? Get yourself a mentor, learn, and then make sure you put whatever you learn into action. Keep taking action, okay? Now, guys, actually, if you look at our ENAGIC business, it's very simple. I mean, how difficult it is to do the demo. Actually, you think about it, the demo is easy, but you will screw up the first time. I guarantee you, if you have not done it, you will screw up. But I guarantee you, you try doing it 20 times and see. If 20 times you still screw up, hey, please, then maybe relook at your career options. But I guarantee you, if you do it 20 times, you will never screw up one. First time, lousy. Second time, lousy. Third time, much better. Fourth time, much better. Fifth time, good. Sixth time, best. Then you become better. The same with showing the marketing plan. First time, second time. That's the reason why those who have followed me in Kangen Bubble Tea, I'm not sure if Jeffrey Leong is here. Young guy, 30 years old, making averagely 15 to 20,000 US a month now, driving Mercedes. You ask him, you don't believe. When he just started with me, just I think 1 week old, I put him on the stage. I make sure he do. He said, hey, I am not ready. I said, I don't care. You do it. And I am glad you screw up. You see, there are a lot of leaders, they're so afraid their people screw up, Not me. Why? Because the day that you start doing it and fail, the day you learn. And the more you do, the more confident you become. And you know what's the secret? It's only when your confidence level grows that your income will grow. Trust me on this. It is only when you're confident. Actually, day one you do, and then 1 year later, you are actually the same person. You are still the Betty, the Amalia, the Kuniko, the Kemi. You're the same. The only difference is your confidence level. You are like Manny Pacquiao, Wow, come, challenge me. One knock and you are down. Your confidence level, that is what you need to build, And come on. Everyone is so admiring the way I talk, but you must understand, I talk like this every day for so many years of my life. Somebody said I was born on the stage, like the moment I can open my eyes, I'm talking already. So you want to be good at anything, just keep doing it. You may be lousy day one, but just keep doing it. Okay, so get your mentor, learn as much as you can, but learning without doing is as good as not learning. So make sure after you learn, I always have this policy. Everywhere I go, I attend seminar, whether it's online seminar, whether it's a real seminar, minimum, I take home 3 things and I put into action. So at least I know, even I forget the whole seminar. I attended 7 days seminar. I just do 3 things consistently. So you just keep putting it into action. Something that resonates with you, you put it into action, And please, you see, that's the thing. Okay, I'm not sure if I have the time to talk all about this. I have a dream of one day building a school, okay, and it's coming to reality. It's called the School of Human Excellence, okay, and this school is going to be very different from the normal type of school, because my school encourage failure, okay. I think failure is a good thing. Okay, the reason a lot of people are not succeeding today is because of the fear of failure. Not the failure, it's the fear. And the reason is because the school academic itself is shaming people for failing. Okay, you only glorify people for getting A's. That's a wrong way to look at things. It is only from your failure, from your mistake, from your challenges, from your it's like Thomas Edison did not fail 1,000 times. He just discovered what is 1,000 things not to do to make a light bulb, so that 1,001 became a light bulb. Okay, so I highly encourage people to act. The idea is to act. I'm not encouraging you to fail. I'm not telling you to purposely fail. But the mindset is failure should be okay. Not taking action is not okay. I want you to keep taking action, okay? Invest in something, you fail. You buy something, you fail. I've been failing like crazy. I've invested in things that did not work out. I go into partnership that did not take out. I go into business with partners that was my good buddy and end up become bad enemies. So does that mean I'm not going to do it again? I'm going to do more of it because I learned what not to do. I first don't know what I don't know. Then I start to know what I don't know. Then I start to know what I know. Then I become a leader. I start to teach people what I don't know, what I know. So life is all about this. It's all about taking action, you know. And and the story is nice, you know. Can you imagine you go to a cinema and you see a movie and that character is only all sunshine and going up, you know? It's not nice, right? You would like to see a movie that is, you know, wow, he ended up in the dumps, you know, he's beaten up, you know, then, oh, he's going to die, you know, his family all left him, you know, suddenly he climb up and you know, that makes a good story. Yeah. So never be afraid to, you know, I always tell people actually challenges and all, it's all meant to toughen you. It's all meant to make you to who you are, that you are supposed to be. Yeah. So I don't know. Does that answer your question, Kemi?
More than sufficient. Absolutely. I love you that you're giving us a lot of examples in that. You know, I was just reading the chat room while you were talking about mistakes and failure. And yeah, you're right. Fear is the number one factor of people not moving forward. They stopped right there when fear comes in and it's like, okay, I cannot do this. And confidence level, like you said, just a quick example on what you were saying, Gary. I have a new teammate from Virginia Beach. I won't mention her name. She's here. But one Sunday morning, we were going to do a demo. So I'm in Frankfurt, Germany, and she's in Virginia Beach. Okay. So we're going to do a Zoom, and I'm all set up here and all that. And she set up over there. I said, you know what? Just set up a table there in case whoever won't work. If that doesn't work with me, you can continue there or vice versa. And this will be our first demo together, her first demo, and for her first clients coming to her house. Guess what? The Zoom, Wi-Fi and all that stuff wasn't working on my side. So she had we tried to log on 3 times, right? And she said, and the guests are there, right? And she said to herself, okay, what am I going to do now? You know what? Whatever, I'm going to do it. Mistake or not, I'm going to do it. And she did it. And guess what? She sold 2 devices on her first demo alone without me being there. And it's like, oh, now she's all pumped up, right? She's selling left and right, no? The confidence level soared from here to up there. Yeah, amazing. So I can relate, Gary. It's totally cool.
Right.
So don't be afraid of failure. And you've had your shares. We've had our shares. Yes. All of us do. And so, yeah, for that gentleman who is in the chat room, let's conquer our fears. And this is why we're doing this too. Betty wasn't born a speaker, although I know she's a natural. She had her fears too, right? Betty and I had mine too. But we try to overcome that. And that's why we featured Amalia and her group. Look at Josie. It's her first time to speak in public globally. That's amazing. She did it wonderfully.
Kemi, can I just add one thing? And I want to say this to Josephina. Josephina, trust me. You continue. Okay, first, I need you to just change one thing. Just change one thing for me, okay? Just the next time when you tell people, you say, I'm very good in speaking. That's the first thing you say. I'm very good. Do you know there are Africans who cannot speak English? So the way you speak English, you're already good. I give you 3 thumbs up already. Okay? So first, you say you are good in speaking. Second, you trust me, you continue to talk. After your 10th speaking, you replay your own video and see. I guarantee you, you are perfect. Maybe you speak better than me. You speak better than me. I'm telling you this. Nobody is a born doctor, a born prime minister, a born speaker. No. Okay, we are, because we keep doing it. I keep talking every day, you know. A lot of people say, wow, Gary, you can just do a live session just like that. Just, you know, no notes, just one take, you know. Hey, but you must understand, I started so long ago, like those days when I start also, you know, all the fun, but we keep on doing. I guarantee you, you will be great. Trust me on this, you'll be great.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, over to you, Kemi.
And also, you know, when we make a mistake, even if it's our first time, they don't know we made a mistake. We know, but they don't, right?
Yes,
So
that's true.
that's how I conquered my fear. Well, I'm not going to make a huge mistakes, probably just stuttering a little bit, or my words are rumbling all over, right? But
Yes.
the content needs to be correct, you know? That's where we want to focus on. So when somebody makes a mistake, they don't know, your audience don't know, only you know. So you know what?
Right.
Your biggest enemy is yourself, correct?
Right.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
With regards to network marketing, multi-level,
Okay.
I would like to quote, because he's very big on this, and I don't think there is any contradiction there. Cause I watch his Zoom twice a week with a group here. They're working on Africa now, and I think you know that, yes.
Yes.
He calls our system multi-point system because of the 8 points.
Yes.
So multi-point system within the networking system, correct? May I understand that right?
Yes.
Okay, so multi-point is not wrong. It's just that networking is the bigger picture. Multi-point is our system.
I think, Kemi, if I were to add, basically, whether you talk about multi-level, multi-points, network marketing, if I were to sum all this up, I want to just say this, okay? Whatever definition you give this type of business or this type of industry, if you really, really see the big picture of it, it is very people-focused. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
It is a people-focused business. It is all about people. That's why in our industry, in this industry or in ENAGIC, self-development is very, very important. It is not a alternative. It is a must-have. Because we are dealing with people. I have been saying this over and over again. Our real product is not the water machine. Our real product is our people. It's our people. If you focus on building the people, you don't need to focus about the sales. The sales will come. Look at me. I have no, I mean, again, look at my education background, high school graduate. Today, I've got literally businesses in all over the world. Okay. So it's because, and a lot of my team members knows, okay, if you talk in terms of real product knowledge, I am the last person. Although, yes, I may know some basic here and there, but I'm not a technical savvy person. But when you talk about people, leadership, emotion, vision, mindset, I am very strong in that. And that's I'm not saying that you need to be exactly like me, but you need to be people driven. You need to be, number one, you need to really improve yourself. That's why we need to, until today, I'm still improving myself. I don't consider myself as the best. A lot of people say I'm the best. I say I'm the best because I actually think about this. If you want to think about this, think about our business like a bus. Do you need to work hard? A lot of people say you work hard. Do you need to work hard if the bus is going from point A to point B? That's where you want to go, from point A to point B, and you are just sleeping in the bus. Would you get to point A to point B? You will get there. But the question is your bus moving? So a lot of people are very hardworking, but the bus is not moving. So I'm telling people this is, you build a bus that is so strong, or an aeroplane, if you want to call it. And a lot of people say hard work. I mean, look at me lah. Every morning I go for my morning walk, my bike, I have my coffee, I have my kids, this, 6 figure a month. So I'm not saying this to impress anything, but are you building, are we playing the game correctly again? Come back to this. And people can argue with me until the cow come home. And to me, it's very simple. I don't really need to argue with people. Well, if you think we are not playing basketball and you want to think that we are playing volleyball, go ahead. But don't complain when you don't get the results. Very simple as that. Okay? Because if it's a basketball, you better go and learn how to be a Michael Jordan. You're going to be how to be a LeBron James, you know. But you can be a Manny Pacquiao, but if Manny Pacquiao in basketball, then how are you going to win the game? You know, so you must make sure that you play the game correctly with the right rules, you know, then you go very far. And I'm again not saying it's a right or wrong thing, but when you look at the marketing plan, I just did a live video this morning. I talked about how to spot a genuine network marketing company. And one of the things that I talked about today is about when you look at the marketing plan, you should be able to tell what kind of business this is. Okay. Now, if ENAGIC is just pure direct sale, it would have just stopped at 8 points. And I tell you this, it will just stop at 8 points. Maybe Mr. Oshiro will just put more money on the 8 points and that's it. Stop. Full stop. The fact that there is something called 6A2 and then 6A2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4 title bonus, group bonus, title incentive, this and then the shuriken and the -3, the group volume and this and that. Obviously, the heartbeat of the company, you know where it's going to be the next level. It's not just a direct sale, pure like you are selling a rainbow vacuum cleaner or a Caldero, you know. It's not about that. You can see it. And therefore, if you look deeper at the heartbeat of the plan that reflects the heartbeat of Mr. Oshiro and reflects the heartbeat of the company, you will see it is very people focused. It is all about people. You can be a 6A by selling a machine. Let's say you are super salesperson and it take you 5 years to sell 100 machine. You can be a 6A. If you are lucky, you can still be a 6A2 by selling machine. But there is no way you can be a 6A2-6 by selling machine. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that. There is no way. And in order, if you look at the heartbeat of the company, and I'm not sure why Kuniko-san always like to say that I know the, you know, I know the true philosophy of Mr. Oshiro. Maybe we are Asian. Maybe you got Asian blood. So if you really look at the plan, you know, ultimately you want to be focusing on your people. It's your people. And how beautiful is a business where your entire success is all about helping your people? Means in order, that's why Kemi, you notice, you ask me from I don't know from what time to what time, then 10:30 to 11:30. Even if you were to ask me, okay, and I still remember, if you know who is Monique, what's her name? Monique Shetton or something. There's one African American lady, Monique. I forgot Monique something. She interviewed me at like 2. Come again?
Monique Inspire.
Yeah, yes. I think she interviewed me at 2 a.m. in the morning, and I did it. Okay, of course I cannot talk that loud lah, you know. But it's, you see, our whole business is all about, and that's the reason why I'm so happy you got that book. Is this book talks a lot about this. Don't focus about the results. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay, wait. When I say focus about the result, you need to also focus like I have. Let me just quickly show you guys something. Okay. Now a lot of people envy my success, but they do not know what I do every single day. Do you know I have this goal book? You know, like when you are in school. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
You see my goal book? Okay, anyway, it's pretty difficult to see this, but you can focus about that. But, you know, for those of y'all who have not really attended my training, I always tell people, the first goal you need to set in your ENAGIC business is not 6A. Seriously. I again want to say, I'm not making that statement because I'm trying to be controversial, but I've seen so many 6A give up. So many 6A has just left the business. So many broke 6A. So many 6As are nothing, non-existence. The right way to build the business is to set your first goal. Your first goal, okay, is 6A2. The reason why I want to talk about 6A2 is because the mindset of a 6A2 means you need 2 6A. So it's not about, you see, again, 6A is what? 6A is a 100 machine. If you are a really good salesperson, you can sell 100 machine. Maybe it takes you 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever. You can sell 100 machine. But the goal is not to sell machine. That's why okay, maybe I spend a lot of time with Oshiro. I don't speak his language, but he has always been telling me, people. You notice, right? So a lot of people get so technical about the water machine. Wow, the science of Kangen water, like as if you need to be the Elon Musk of Kangen water, you know. But you look at what Oshiro does. He goes up on stage. Minasan konbanwa. That simply means good evening, everybody. Have you drink your Kangen water? Then he take a big gulp. Tuk, 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 tuk. Then he spent the next 1 hour talking about people. There you have it, guys. The owner himself have already shown you where is the direction. All he is telling you about the product is, have you drink your Kangen water? Cheers. Tuk, 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 tuk. Then he spent the 1 hour and a half talking about people. That's it. So you and I know where the entire direction is. So again, when you talk about what you call the multi-points system, multi-level, I just summarize it. Seriously, if you want to have a career that goes beyond you, that means a career that outlasts you, leaves a legacy, a career that you really feel so strong about that. Not only that, financially you are so well blessed, you are so well rewarded, you know, you can do everything and anything with anybody you want, and yet you get a 6-7 figure income, that kind of thing. Focus on the people. Seriously, your company can be selling rubber gloves. Your company can be selling handphone. I don't care. Your company can be selling a aircon controller. I don't care. The key to winning in this business is your people. Nothing else is your people. Without your people, that's why I always say this. I am the best. Everybody says, wow, Gary, you're the best. Gary, you're the best. I say, I'm the best simply because I work with the best. Without my team, who is Gary? It's nobody. I can talk morning until night also. So what? I am where I am today because of my star players, my Kangen power team. The honors go to them, the credit. Of course, I also have to play my role and all that, but it's a combination, it's a team, it's a whole team coming together. It's like Chicago Bulls, you know. You play it as a game, as a team, you know. Yeah. Over to you, Kemi.
So it's people building people who will build people and more. Yeah, that's a Mr. Oshiro traditional way, and I'm totally standing on that too. Our business is people business.
Actually, Kemi, I just want to add a very quick one. Frankly speaking, if you really look at the whole dynamic of our business, you don't even need to look at yourself. Remember, I don't know how many of y'all were in the interview where I interviewed Bernard Chen. I cut all the frills, all the window dressing aside. If you really look at our business, you just need two lines and you become a billionaire. I give you a very simple illustration. You have a Romy Vadera on your left, a Cynthia Briganti on your right. Do you need to work hard? Hello? No, come on. That's all. But the point is, you don't need to look at yourself. You just need to build your team, the people below you, yourself will go up. Seriously. I'm so lucky, you see. Every day I'm hearing, I think Bayani is in the room. Is Bayani here? Out of the blue, I was talking to him and he says, you know what, Gary, this month I'm going to be a 6A2-3. I was like, wow. You know, I mean, it's like, just focus on your people. This is my way of building. Again, I'm not here to say this is a right way, that's not the right way, but it's just my way of building. And I realize the point is, I'm trying to say this is, what do we actually want at the end of the day? Do we really only want money, or we want money that comes with the thing called freedom? See, I mean, nothing wrong with selling machine, okay? Guys, seriously, nothing wrong with selling a product. I mean, I also love, you know, making the 8 points and all that. I love it, but sometimes you really think about this. And I've shared this concept so many times. I said, if you think of the ideal world, you think of the ideal world. So we have the big leaders and the newcomers. Okay, big leaders, let's say like somebody like Cynthia or Romy or JV, or you know. If you think about the ideal world, so big leaders make small money from big volume.
Yeah.
So let's say if you have 1,000 machine sales every month done by your team, and you only override $30, you make 30,000. But what you are doing, you're climbing mountain, you are drinking coffee in Starbucks, you know, you are in the sauna, 30,000 every month. Can you imagine? Then the new people make big money from small volume because they are new. How are they going to get 1,000 machines? You know, within the first 1 year, 2 years, they don't have, right? So if we can have this idea, it's the best. So then we all leverage together the strength of the big leaders and the freshness of the newcomer, like the Josephina, you know, wow, Olivia, you know, wow, people that are so gung-ho. We let them taste the money. We let them enjoy the big money from that small volume that they deserve it because they are so hungry for it. And then we get the blessing of, wow, I mean, it's like every day I'm just still slapping myself on the face. Is it real? You know, like, wow. I mean, I look at what's happening, you know, like London. I'm having groups in London, in Norway, in Italy, and very soon now I've got a group in Cambodia now that we are opening Africa. You know, that's seriously a big continent that we want to do. You know, it's like in fact, I tell people I'm even happy if I get $1. $1. Listen, guys, Jack Ma makes 0.0001 cent from a few billion transactions a day, and he's a billionaire. So you tell me. So but it's not about a right or wrong. It's where you are at in that business. So we come together and everybody wins. There's no scarcity in this. The world is so big. There's a lot of money. There's a lot of abundance in everything. We just come together and everybody happy together. Yeah. Over to you, Cami.
Gary, we have several questions in the chat room, but I have 2 more if you don't mind.
Sure, no worries.
Just piggybacking on what you said about people building people, and the life of our business is with people. So how do you merge, or how do you balance this ongoing trend, if I may call it right now, with the COVID and all that stuff, and people are more home, so they can't really go out and mingle and do fellowship and demo and all that. Yes, we have the Zoom, but there's also a lot of recruiting via online nowadays. And that relationship with people are pretty much left hanging. Let's put it that way. How do you bridge that? What do you do about that?
Okay, you see, Kemi, I do understand some concern about people towards online marketing with regards to ENAGIC. But just like any other business, I have to say this, okay? To be very frank, I am not an online marketer myself. I still belong to old school. But having said that, we cannot deny the fact that the whole world is going online. So it's not And now with COVID, with pandemic, it's not a choice. You have to. If you don't, you see what's happening to a lot of people. I'm not talking about ENAGIC, but let's look at traditional business. Those that could not change over is gone. They're like dinosaur, extinct. So again, coming back to ENAGIC. Now, I know there are also a lot of bad rap. Like when I talk to Dante and Glenda, that they're telling me about those stories. It's true. But that doesn't mean we have to do the same, okay?
Correct.
We can still go online. We can still adopt the internet marketing, but we create better. So this is my suggestion, especially to the new people. I am very sure maybe majority of you all here are non-internet savvy. You are not online marketers. You are not in that world. But that doesn't mean you should stop. And you don't need to go and learn. I strongly encourage you to collaborate. This is what I do every single day today, every single day now. I collaborate with internet marketing expert, okay? But I bring my flavor into it, okay? So when you talk like Kemi, yes, you are right. The lack of how should I say, human touch. But then again, it's not that we don't want, but I also wish I can go to Norway and, high five and hug all my Norway KPT leaders, but I can't. Not that I don't want, but we can't. So as much as we can do is we do online Zoom. So remember this, guys, again, coming back to our business is a people business. So you cannot automate it until it is a non-human existence platform. So what I strongly suggest is do the internet marketing, get your expert to look into doing it, but have a lot of interaction. So that's why in my case, what I do is minimum a week, we will at least have one Zoom session with our team, at least once a week, okay? And that's a live week. We initially, we thought of doing a lot of this pre-recording. Then I told my guys, I said, hey, I mean, sometimes you think about it, we are paid so well. We are living a dream life.
Yeah.
What's so difficult to do a 2 hours a week session on Zoom?
Right.
No big deal. We are being paid more than a CEO salary. So yeah, so do a lot of interaction. Of course, when this whole pandemic hopefully will be over soon, then we can, meet up, we can still do the team building and all that. Yeah, but seriously, guys, I want to say this, as much as I'm not an internet person, look into this. Seriously, look into it. And do it ethically. I've heard of cases especially in certain part of America that people are just promoting the online thing as a business. Some even buy a Kangen machine, 3K8. Some even invested with 3K8 and never even opened the boxes, never even opened or use the machine. I also don't know what was being told to them in that platform. I don't know. Maybe it's all purely about, you come in with this, you get this, or I don't know. So knowing that part of the story, we can do something like that, but take off the bad part, put in things like educate them about what they are getting, we have something called a people franchise, a lot of my team members and leaders have heard of my presentation, the people franchise. I talk about people franchising, and yes, there's a product involved. Then there's also a business. I talk a lot about the business, but hey, guess what? There's a product, and this is what it can do and all that. So, but whether we like it or not, go on the internet. It is the way to go. Okay, but make sure you do it with integrity.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. Do it the right way, with dignity, with integrity, because after all, we also have to take care of our company that provides us this huge opportunity, right? Thank you, Gary. One last question from me, and then we will pass it on to Kuniko. You have a question on the chat. This is really interesting. I'm sure it's interesting for all of us.
Okay.
The concept of money. And I'll read part of the book. And already somebody asked about what the title of the book is. And this is really got me, yeah. Happy money is a direct path to a more joyful, peaceful, loving life. You will learn to release all your old broken stories and transform your experience of money so it can be like an old friend who is always welcome in your heart, right? Another one, happy money will transform your life because it's about how you feel about yourself. Energy, your own consciousness. And as you shift that, change that, money will flow, it says.
Do you need me to elaborate about this, Kemi?
Yes, because when you spoke about that, this is what really intrigued me to get the book.
Wow, amazing. Okay, actually, it's really a blessing for me when I learn about Ken Honda and his teaching, and I listen to his YouTube videos. I got his book. Actually, the whole basic thing, if I want to sum everything up, is about appreciation. It's about feeling gratitude, you know. I mean, guys, seriously, I don't care where you are in. I'm very sure a dollar a day will not hurt you to give somebody $1 a day. But it's not. Some people actually say, oh, Gary, yeah, you talk a lot about giving. Yeah, you sure you can because you make so much money, you're rich. It's not, guys, I'm telling you, do you know there are so many rich people who not even want to give something? It's not about rich or poor. I was walking with Samsia in the forest today, and we were talking about this topic. It's all because of our mind conditioning from day one. You know, our association with money. A lot of us, I don't know about you, but I grew up in scarcity environment. I always see my parents argue because of money. I feel a lot of lack, you know. Even though when I was making a lot of money, I still think like, you know, it's not enough. You know, it's like, why should I give? If I have $10, I give $5, I'm going to be short of $5, you know. All these is just some war going on in your head. Now, guys, trust me, money, if you really think about what is money is actually just a medium of exchange. Do you all realize that many years ago, there's no such thing about money? So I'm a farmer. I grow vegetable, and you rear, let's say, a cow. So I want your cow. I give you vegetable. You give me a certain, maybe the cow leg or what, then that's it. So ultimately, okay, listen guys, ultimately is what you are receiving, what you are giving. Giving, receiving, giving, receiving. This is all about life, guys. I mean, I may sound like some Zen master or some Yoda, you know. No, but it's true, seriously. And okay, I challenge all of y'all. Okay, I challenge all of y'all. Do this challenge, not just only for me, for yourself. Every day, up to your budget, but minimum, allocate $1. Just allocate $1 in your own currency. Okay, $1. Just give somebody $1 every day. Do that challenge. Okay, if you want to be like Gary Gann, allocate $100. I tell you. You know, Ken Honda talks about this, and it's really real, you know. You know, I don't know at which level all of you are in, but let's say somebody like, let's say like me, let's say 100, let's say, okay, let's say 100 is very extreme. Let's say talk about $20. 20 Malaysian ringgit. I'm not even talking $20. 20 Malaysian ringgit is only 24 times. Sorry, my mathematics a bit out a bit. 4 times 3, 12, 4, 16, 4, 5, 20. Okay, $5. It's only $5. Okay, I'm very sure Kuniko-san, you will agree. $5 is like sometimes no big deal lah. Okay, $5. Now, that 20 ringgit, to me, frankly speaking, no big deal. If that $20 is sitting in my wallet, sometimes no. But that 20 ringgit, if it's sitting in a poor Burmese guy who came all the way to Malaysia to work. He's trying to do his best so that he can provide for the family back home. That 20 ringgit will be so much happier in his wallet. I'm telling you this. When you transfer that happiness, remember, everything is about energy, right? When you transfer that happiness to him, number one, he is going to be super. It's like, yeah, $20 to me is no big deal, but to him it's like, wow, never ever anybody has given me that kind of thing before. And you know what? When he received that energy, he's not going to be thinking like, hey, why you are such a bad, stingy person? He's not going to say that. Right? Deep in his heart, he's going to say, wow, you are such a blessing. And that, even that thought, even he don't even say the word thank you to you. Even that thought that says, wow, you are such generous, you are such beautiful human being. That thought alone is $1 million of blessing to you. And that's the reason I realized that why I look at my life. I came from nothing. I always tell people, hey guys, actually, again, another thing for y'all to think about. Guys, even our hands don't belong to us. Even this is not yours. If you are here for 80 years, this will be gone. So if this is not even yours, come on, what is that paper in your wallet? Do you think it's yours? Before it reaches you, it was somebody else. Before it was somebody else, it was somebody else. It's all about that energy. What you want to do, you want to keep sending good vibration out into the world. You want to make people happy. You know, let me share something with you all. In Malaysia, you must understand, in Malaysia, we are not a tipping country. Unlike, I'm not sure in Germany or Europe, but America is a tipping country. So everybody is like quite used to tipping, right? Tip. But Malaysia is not. Do you know, one day I went to have lunch with my wife in a hawker center. A hawker center means it's like those coffee shop that doesn't have aircon, you know. You can still find this type of coffee shops in Malaysia. That's why I'm still very blessed, you know. But the food is really masarap, very nice, you know. So, can you imagine a bowl of that prawn noodle, delicious, super yummy, super lamid prawn noodle? It's like what? It's like 6 ringgit, 6 divide 4. It's not even $2, you know. You can still find something like this in Malaysia. One something, let's say $150 or $120, a bowl. I gave that person 10 ringgit, which is like like $420. It's supposed to be like one something. I give him no. Like I give him like $2. So extra something like 50 or 50 cents or $1, something like that. I mean, can you imagine like what is a 50 cent or $1, right? It's no big deal. Like the person, wow, like she strike lottery, you know. She doesn't want to accept my money. I insist. I said, if you don't keep the change, then you take back the noodle. I don't want to eat. That's like, oh, it's like going crazy, you know. It's like just over that 50 cent or $1. Then she ran back to the store, took a big plate of all the shrimps and said, wow, it's like he treat my wife and me like king, you know, 50 cent. Can you imagine? But it's not that 50 cent or the dollar. Imagine that feeling. Imagine the blessing. Guys, I don't know why I'm talking like this at 1:30 in the morning in Malaysia. Obviously, it's my boss. Thank you, my boss. My boss up there, he wants me to stress this. The reality in life is you don't really need the money, the people, and you want the blessing. When you get the blessing in life, you have everything. Everything that you ever need is the blessing. I'm telling you this. And the greatest way to have this blessing is continuously make people happy, I tell you. And the other things that of course, giving money is the best way to make people happier. Easy one. You give money is the best way to make people happy. And guys, you don't have to give like crazy amount, you know. give $1, $2, $5, $10 also, people are like crazy happy. Second thing is learn to compliment. This is something especially in the Asian, Malaysian culture, we are not used to compliment people, you know. But lately, wow, ever since I'm on this, so everywhere I go, hey, your dog is so beautiful. Wow, you look good. You look amazing. Wow, you look at all the face cheer up, you know. All these are blessing. And as much as I want to say, do more demos or do the marketing plan, guys, listen, I just want to make one confession, okay? This is a real serious confession, okay? A lot of people talk about hard work, okay? But I want to tell you, hard work is bullshit. Sorry, my language, but seriously, people talk about hard work. You must be very smart. Oh, you must learn this. You must know the science of this. You must have this. Let me tell you my journey in the Philippines, okay? I went to the Philippines 9 years ago because this is my 10 years. So I went Philippines 1 year after I started. 9 years ago, I went to the Philippines without knowing anybody. It's like, can you imagine? I was so raw about Philippines that at that point of time, the local Malaysian carrier called AirAsia only fly to this place called Clark. If you all know where it's Clark, yes. Clark Air Base.
Yes, yes, yes.
I was so naive that because it's AirAsia, so AirAsia should be flying to international airport. So I even thought that Clark Air Base is Manila International Airport. Can you imagine that kind of like some village boy or something like that, you know? And then inside the plane, as the plane was landing, my wife somehow say, hey, darling, why Philippines so much jungle, you know? Because you know, right? The Clark Air Base is all full of jungle, right? Forest. Then I said, somehow I justify. I said, you know, darling, yeah, maybe the forest is on this side. Maybe the city is on this side, you know. And then the aeroplane landed and then we got off the plane and I looked at the airport. Then my wife asked me another question. Darling, why is the airport in Manila like a village airport, you know? Like I said, maybe they are undergoing renovation, you know. I was just justifying, and then I walked, and then I still remember Cynthia was telling me to stay in a hotel called New World Hotel. And that time, Pasay, the Taguig BGC, not existent at all. It was only Makati. And Cynthia told me, I asked Cynthia, where to stay in Manila? She said, you must stay in New World Hotel in Makati. I went to the immigration officer, excuse me, sir, where is New World Hotel? In Clark, can you imagine? And then she's like, no, there no New World here. I said, it cannot be. My friend from America tell me to stay in New World. Makati, Makati, take the bus 3 hours. I was like, oh gosh. That was how I started Philippines. I don't know anybody in the Philippines. Seriously. That time I can't even say Mabuhay. I don't even know what's Mabuhay. Jon Lim was just a very casual friend, very, very casual friend. I met him 2 times only. We are not even buddy, not even a buddy. I went there not even knowing that John will see me or not. Of course, many years later, he confessed he nearly didn't want to see me because he knows when Gary Gann comes, he's trying to sell him something. So he actually confessed that he nearly didn't want to see me. I invited 7 people, okay, 7 people. John was one of it. Listen to this very carefully. I invited 7 people. 6 of them didn't turn up. John turned up. Today, John's group gave me more than 50,000 machines in the last 10 years, in the last 9 years. Guys, what I'm trying to tell you, I'm no perfect person. I'm not a saint. Okay, I may talk very well. I may have certain gift, you know. I may have certain charm, you know. I'm very guapo, whatever it is. But I am not perfect. I'm telling you, every single thing that I have today is up there. It's all because of this blessing. You try. You just go out there and make, like what I love to say, be the miracle. It's so difficult to wait for a miracle, but it's so easy to be a miracle. If you stand in the grocery line, you see somebody that's a bit bad shape, pay for the grocery. Just for the fun of seeing the face light up like crazy. You go to somebody that is, and forget about those nonsense about people say, all these people are trying to cheat you. They are trying to, these are all scammers. I'm trying to tell you this. Your role is to give. What they do with what you give is not your business. That's the business of up there. Your role is to give. When you start giving, you start activating the entire blessing that comes around. You bless people, they bless you. And when we live in a world of this blessedness, I'm telling you, life is very difficult for me to say, but Philippines is one of them. Look at Cambodia. I've got a few of my Cambodian friends, my Cambodia leaders are here. Same thing, you know, I nothing, zero knowledge about Cambodia. Today, easily in the last 5 to 6 years, Cambodia is easily giving me something like 6,000 to 8,000 machines. Where's the hard work? Gary Gann is walking mountain every morning. Come on. So remember, serious, if you have not get this book, man, find a way to get this, read this, be a blessing. That's the reason why I always say, let's be the miracle the world is waiting for, because it's so easy. And when I say be a miracle, just giving $1, give 50 cents, it's a miracle. You know, there are a lot of people who have never even received 50-cent tips before in their life. Yeah, so, yeah. So again, that's a demonstration of that flow, right? You can see I must thank my boss.
Yeah. Our boss. Yes. So to recap what you just said the last couple of hours,
right?
It's okay to fail because we learn from it. Failure is a stepping stone, pretty much. No? And to take action, don't just sit back. Create momentum. Do it with passion. I mean, we are not in the business of selling, but we are actually not business of selling machines. We pretty much are selling ourselves when we go out there.
Right.
And then don't compare yourself to others because we are in different grades, so to speak. Yeah, like you are in networking business for the last 10 years. I'm in my first year, second year, whatever. Right.
That's
so
true.
No comparison whatsoever. We are our own leaders at this point. Get a mentor or ask someone to teach you. Lead you the right way with dignity and integrity.
Yep.
And the concept of money is to give happy and with gratitude, because it will come back to you happy and a lot more. Because of that gratitude part, we are always thanking God for the blessing, because it's from Him. Everything that comes to our life that is good is from Him. And that's the boss you're talking about. And sustainability is people. You have people working with you that you build. You keep building people. They will be your sustainable movement.
Yeah, Kemi, since you talk about sustainability, I just want to say this. You see, as a person, we are very limited as one person. I mean, can you imagine if today I were to just do the whole Kangen business myself? How am I going to have a business in Norway? How am I even going to have business in London, even in Philippines and all? No way. And that's the reason why I always realize this, you know. You see, sometimes our small little effort, do you all realize that, okay, it's just like this example. Do you all know that if you take a stone and you throw it on the pond, that small little stone will create a ripple effect that will grow so big that it engulfs the whole pond? So what I'm trying to say is, I just want to give you all a very simple illustration, but I cannot mention his or her name because he wants to keep it private. But I just want to tell you all this. There is never any lack of doing good deed. You just continue to do good thing. And don't always feel like, oh, I do good and then I get bad. It's not like this, you know. Sometimes, again, I want to say, sometimes certain bad things that happen to you. Okay, I want to say this loud and clear so that all of you understand now. Whether you get a good thing or bad thing is all arranged by God. Do you all believe that? If you believe, give me a 2 thumbs up. You see, a lot of people, when they get good thing, they say it's God. Then when they say bad thing, when they get bad things, they say it's that person. No. Good thing, bad thing also is by God. And if you believe God loves you, it means the bad thing is actually not a bad thing. There is a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. Even a thing that is bad, even COVID is a blessing by God. I'm telling you, if you learn to look at it that way, then life will be a great blessing. Why is it that, when I get a sale, God's grace, God, COVID, that's bad. That is done by somebody. No, everything is arranged by the Almighty. So good, bad, all happen for a reason. Okay, so that's one thing. So again, so when we do good things, sometimes our small little deed, I just want to give you an example. I was so surprised, I was so shocked. One day I was walking. I have a very beautiful Cameron Highlands home. Some of my leaders, I'm very sure Amalia still remember staying in my home in Cameron Highlands, So one day I was walking, there's a very nice morning walk trail. So I was walking and I got a call from somebody, I cannot name his name, okay, or her name, his or her name. So this person called me and says, bro, do you know? And I want to tell you this, and he sounded very emotional. It's not normal, that person really sounded very emotional. He says, do you know you saved my life? I was like, hey, what? It's like, hey, I'm walking in Cameron Highlands. And this person called me and said, do you know you saved my life? I was like, is this, it's not even April. It's not April Fool, right? But he's very emotional. So then I said, why do you say that? He says, do you remember you sent me for a particular cause? Because it was so happened. I mean, I'm that kind of person. I always follow my feelings, So at that point of time, it was this person's birthday. I decided, and I was attending this very good, they call it, what's the name? It is by a Filipino life coach called Coach Ras. He did this what was the name of that first discovery. So it was a discovery program in Manila, and this person told me that then it was his birthday. So I decided, okay, I will give the gift of a ticket for this person to attend. And then because of attending that program, and I have no idea what will happen. Okay, my idea is, I think the program is good. I think you should attend. It may help you. It may help you in your business or whatever. But do you know what? It actually helped this person stop smoking. And he has been smoking for the last so many years of his life. I didn't even know it will help that level. Stop smoking. And because of that no more smoking, he actually recovered from COVID-19. He could have, smoking, it causes lung damage, lungs weakness. It may turn the other way for a COVID-19 thing, right? And because of this, he called me and says, you saved my life, bro. It's like, so can you imagine? It was just a gesture of, okay, I give you a present to attend a course. Now, this is what I'm trying to tell you. In your journey, in ENAGIC, there are sometimes certain things that you may do that you seem to be in the loss. I'm telling you this. It may seem like you do something that you feel that you are at a loss, or you like one step backwards, but you never know. That stone that goes into that lake may create a ripple effect. Do you know that while you are sleeping, the world is not sleeping, magical things happen. When you send this blessing out, and when you keep on focusing on good deeds, good thoughts, just every day thinking how I can give more people money. And when I say give money, you don't have to give millions, right? Give $1, give $10, give $2, whatever. Just keep on seeing people smile, people's face light up. I tell you, that ripple will just go, and And that's exactly what you want to see in your life. Not just only in Kangen. Of course, in your Kangen, you will also see the blessing. But overall, you will feel that the journey is like, wow. So, I'm not sure if you understand about this concept. If you look at a very smooth flowing river, so I always have this concept. I said, let it go and let it flow. You go with the flow of the river. Even you sleep, you flow with it very nicely. You try going upstream. That's where you start to stress. You start to have a lot of anxiety, disappointment, anger, because there's a lot of pressure trying to go against the flow. So in life, go with the flow. Anything that makes you happy, just keep magnifying it. Just keep doing. And of course, the best is make others happy. The more you make others happy, the more you become happy. Yeah. Over to you, Kim.
Yes. You just opened something again that I need to piggyback on. Okay, giving. I mean, we are talking about giving with generosity and joy from the heart, because after all, everything is from him, right? From our boss. In this business, Gary, are you open to helping other teams? The reason I ask that is I have encountered leaders in the past when I was just beginning, let's say before I turned 6A, where I went to them and said, I don't have my sponsor here. I need help. Can I attend your meetings? And I would be told, this is only for my group. It's not open to everybody. Or leaders become territorial about their people, because if you come in, they are suspicious about people grabbing other people, kind of a thing. And I know that this exists also, not just in many businesses. I won't name names, which one. So how do you treat that? What do you do? Are you open to helping other teams globally? The reason I ask that is Betty and I don't belong to one branch. But we work together. We've been working together since 2016, right? Other people around me, been working with them, just feel like it's the right thing to do. And sometimes I'm asked, so, wow, you have a very dynamic teammate. You must be making a lot of money. I said, no, not a single cent. I just feel like, this unification mantra or motto that Mr. Oshiro says, let's unify, is part of that in our mission, right? So yeah, are you open to helping other teams, like some others that we know of?
Well, Kemi, that's a very good question. This question is not very easily answered by new people.
Right.
However, because of my many years of experience in this industry and also in ENAGIC, I just have this to share. Okay, as you know, yes, let's unify. As you know, put it this way. You see, people are sometimes quite mysterious. Okay, when I say mysterious, is everybody is different, right, Kemi? I'm very sure you agree in that. Okay,
Yes.
everybody is different. I'm different, you are different, Kuniko is different, Amalia is different, Brick is different, Helen is different. So I used to be very open. Okay. I'm very sure all my teammates know. Those days I used to do a lot of things very open. Unfortunately, not just only in Kangen, but my other businesses, I also noticed the same thing that's happened. You see, the thing is like this. Let's just say me. Okay. So I am new. And then I let's say okay, let's just do a fiction kind of example. So let's say I'm Gary and I'm under Alice. Let's say Alice. I hope there's no Alice here. Alice in the Wonderland. Okay, let's say I'm under Alice. So Alice is not really of a builder. She doesn't have a team, Okay. Then come Richard. Okay, so Richard is like, wow, that suave, that wow, very charismatic leader, you know, has a team, you know, big, you know. So let's say Richard opens his group training and me, and because my upline or my leaders or in my group, maybe not to say they don't have, maybe got, but a bit, you know, like, or maybe everybody is like, I'm a young guy, then everybody is like, wow, 50, 60 years old, all white hair, no, some are wearing fake teeth, you know, that kind of thing, you know. Then I say, oh, yeah. Then let's say Richard opens his training. I go one time Richard's training. Wow, this is what I'm looking for. Wow, wow, wow. Then I start to compare. That, my friend, this is the reason. Now, I'm not just closing. I'm not like, I don't accept people to attend my training because I don't want to share my thing. Come on. I mean, yeah, although my thing is good, but I can share, no problem. But sometimes when I do this, the problem is they get so attracted to what we have. Suddenly I hearing people coming to my team. That's the problem. Then their upline come. And then suddenly Gary Gann is the poacher. Oh gosh. What? Like, oh, then I said, hey, I did some because, and let me tell you this, if they come and see me, I reject. Okay, most of y'all know. A lot of people have seen me. I reject. Come on. I mean, I'm a face of ENAGIC. I will reject. But I cannot guarantee my people will reject. And I got so many people, thousands, 80,000 members. How do I know who will take who? Right. So when all this happen, palm. So again, Kemi, if I am new today, I will say, oh, no problem. I'm open arms. But because of my years of experience, I've seen the pros and cons. So I decided, and as a team, and we also have our team committee leaders that comes together. We decided, okay, in order to avoid all this friction, let's just do it within our team. Okay, if they are not our team member, best is not. Okay, but I'm very sure if Kuniko also agrees, sometimes I also invite her to our events, you know, this and that. But we are very selective, you know, because the last thing I want is, you know, we're supposed to be very happy, you know, then the last thing I want is, you know, all this politicking, and then they say, oh, you know, that's the reason Gary opens his training so that when people go there, you know, then yeah, maybe Gary don't do it, but his people is actually the proxy of Gary. They will do, wow. So I'm hearing all this like, wow, you know. So intention is good, but you know, different people interpret things differently. So to avoid all this, then we said, okay, KPT training, KPT only. It's more for that reason rather than, oh, we don't want to share you the secret, you know. So basically it's like this. But I mean, guys, if you all know, most of the things that I teach, you can actually find a lot of my teaching on my YouTube channel. I highly recommend you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. A lot of things that I teach are all also on my Facebook live video, my Facebook video. Go and follow it, no problem. You know, there's nothing, but when you come to my training, when you mix with the people, that is where certain risks may take place. Because whether you like it or not, we are people business. That's why I said we must be very delicate and sensitive as people business. Okay, to me, maybe okay, but what about my people? What about that person? Maybe if let's say Richard is supposed to be the, can you imagine if Richard is the Romy Vadera of, let's say, Alice, and Richard end up in my team and one day become a -6, Alice will hate me for life. Even though I'm not the one who do it, it's like she will like look at me like, wow, you know. But I have good intention. I just wanted to help. So I hope all of you understand. I want to put this into record. When we limit this kind of thing, there is a reason, because we have gone through all this. Wow, you know, yeah, it's not worth it lah. I rather
Thanks.
not have the bitterness, and we remain friends. Yeah. So I can still share in many other platforms like my YouTube channels and my Facebook, yeah, videos. Yeah, that's to answer your question, Kemi.
Yes, yes, that makes sense. And yeah, I can sense and I can see your honesty. So thank you. Yes. I have more questions, but you know what? We'll go forever here and you need to sleep. So let me open the door. Are you open to answering other questions from other people? Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
You know what? You know what, Kemi? It's already 2 a.m. in the morning, and the way I'm going right now, I don't think after this I'm able to sleep. the energy just continue to flow. It's like, oh,
You're
gosh.
gonna go biking now with the Lord, right? You're gonna go biking. Betty, do you have any other question before we pass it on to our guests in the chat who's remaining here? By the way, you guys, we're on YouTube still live, and I also shared it on EWS and my personal site and tag you, Gary.
Oh, awesome.
Facebook
Awesome.
was having a problem with me, so
Okay.
yeah. So
Right.
Betty, if you still have a question, otherwise we'll pass it on to Kuniko.
Okay.
Got all my notes down and ready to rock and roll. Thank you so much.
Ohayou gozaimasu. No, not ohayou gozaimasu. Your time. It's good evening. Good evening. Superman never sleeps, huh? Well, you know, because like when you were mentioning about like showing the plan, I'm just very curious. Like when you show the plan initially, how far would you show? To 8 points, or there are other bonuses related above 6A2?
Okay. That's a good question. In the early days, because we were also not informed about anything outside of 6A. So during the early days, I remembered right up to 3 years, you know, in the first 3 years, we were just only showing up to 6A.
Okay.
But you see, guys, okay, here's a good tip, and thank you, Kuniko-san, for bringing this up. You know, you see, again, I want to say, it's not what you say, it's how you say. You know, you can show a plan. You can show a plan like 1A, 285, 2A, 5, blah, 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 3A. Nothing. It's how you say it. Do you know, when I show the 8-point plan, people also want to buy, because I make the 8-point plan looks like as if it's $1 billion plan. So the point is not what you say, it's how you say it. That's why I want to just tell you all this is I know it's not easy. Again, it may take a lot of practice, but be very excited when you show the plan. It's like 285 is like 285,000. You must feel nice, and don't show small. So if it's 1.285, magnify it by 10, by 20, by 50. Just say something like, what if this one go to 3rd level, and here this person goes to India and he brings 20 machine, 285 times 20. How much you are making? What are you doing? I'm watching Netflix at home, and I get 20 sale, 285. Wow! I mean, I mean, the way I make it is like very exaggerating, but actually you need to be like this. I mean, have you actually seen how Cynthia showed the plan? I tell you, I mean, okay, I hope Cynthia is not here, because I'm going to make a mimic. It's like, can you imagine, Cynthia? Wow, I tell you, champion. You talk to her, a lot of things she don't know, you know, but okay, sign the form here. And then people actually sign the form. So, you know, okay, sign here. And then people sign the form. So it's the excitement. Pass on that excitement to people. Show them the big money, you know. So I always like to show them 1A, 2A, 3A, then 3A, 10 unit, then 4A, 20 unit, 5A, 10 unit, 2 unit, 5 unit, 10 unit. Wow, all in 1 month, your income 15,000. How do you like it? It's like, and what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching Netflix. was like, whoa, you know, how you say it. It's not what you say, how you say it. Be very creative. It's very simple. Put yourself in the person's shoe. If you listen to this kind of thing, will you get attracted? So that's why, you know, but of course, yeah, Kuniko-san, what you say is very true. So when I present, I try one thing. Then I see the response. Oh, this is good. I add more. Wow, good. I add more. Okay, some not so good. Okay, I drop that. Then this one better. So it's trial and error. That's why you need to do it more often. So you know what good, what take out, what not so good, take out. What good. Like this.
Arigato.
Do itashimashite.
Thank you, Gary. Anybody
Yes.
else who wants to ask a question? Now is your chance. We still have him here.
I'm just curious. All of y'all are in the morning time zone, right? Except for my fellow friends like Brick and I can see some of our friends are really. Thank you guys for staying up late and to support me, man. Guys, you guys are all amazing. Thank you.
I'm 8:00 p.m. here in Europe right now. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyone else? Antonio, you've been quiet the whole time. I know you always have lots of questions.
Antonio, Mr. John.
Yes. Brother Antonio.
I was chatting with Flying Cynthia because I had sailed from our embassy in New York. Anyway, so I have a question which I already seek some counsel from another. I have this. What is your advice about this? I have a downline which is very, very down, which
Okay.
is out. The commission which is lesser in that area. Anyway,
Okay.
all the uplines above him, were no longer active. In fact,
Okay.
they are active in another networking company and doing some unethical by, so he was so discouraged because he was attracted to Kangen business and at the same time even the machine. But this uplines of him who is especially the sponsor who is inactive the very first day. So this is the issue because I'm actively helping them from day one. Now they mentioned to me that he and his wife is thinking of how about we go straight to Antonio like my direct. It sounds delightful for me, but as I feel like I'm taking somebody's people, although they're already dead on that line, although they are my under. But the thing is that maybe sometimes after 1 year, they realize they need to come back to Enagic and they will find him no longer there. I don't know. That's why I asked my daughter. He said, in the long run, you lose your credibility. He said, if you are working for money, do it. But if not, helping other people, she said that if you're helping other people change their lives, then do it. Unless they ask permission from the direct sponsor. My question is this: is it legal or is it moral? To approve their approach to me, though I don't feel happy doing that. I hope you get my point.
Yes.
Because they're dead already. No support. Something
Yeah, I
like
understand. Good question there, Antonio. Glad you brought it up. These are very, how should I say, these are very technical, very delicate issue, sometimes very sensitive also. Not many people know how to answer that, but I will answer you from my point of view. Okay. What you tell me, if you, obviously like somebody like me with such huge organization, I have this kind of thing happening every single day. Every day I've got this kind of thing. I've got some people not even doing, then the guy there wants to do, then no support up there, and then want to connect to me, and it's normal. Okay, so my answer is very simple. To that person, my advice to that person, if that person seriously want to do the business, then do not look up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Do not look up means don't bother. You see, there are a lot of people who says, This guy, he's such a, in Tagalog, there's this word called unggoy, right? Monkey. This is such a monkey. I don't want to, I don't want to do something and then he gets the reward. Now, when you think like this, that's where you take away a lot of your blessing. Don't think like this. I always believe the fact that you are in Kangen, you are very blessed. And whether if the up there is a unggoy or a shark or alligator or a con man or whatever, that person at least has done one thing by bringing you into ENAGIC. And even if it's 3 level or 10 level, all these people are instrumental in this person coming to ENAGIC. It is all arranged by God. That's why I say whether it's a good thing or bad thing, you have to attribute it to God. Everything happens for a reason. So because of this arrangement, it is arranged by him. So my suggestion is for this person, do not look up. If ever this person want to look up to the nearest active person. So if you are the nearest active person, then look up to you. So then you will, next question is you will say, oh, if I help him, maybe he's already out of your 8 point. Okay, maybe he's already out of your 8 point. I'm not sure. Antonio, are you already a 6A2?
2 more 6A2.
Two more sales 6A2.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow, there is like already a close eyes 6A2 already. Congratulations, we got a new 6A2 here today. You're amazing. So if you are 6A2, you see, that's why I want to tell, there are a lot of new people here probably today. I want you all to listen to this mantra. Learn to see beyond the 8 point. The 8 point is both a blessing and a curse. Why I say that is because the 8 point is so attractive that so many people just hug the 8 point. Just want to, they sometimes do so many things just to hold on to the 8 point will go away anyhow if your group continues to grow. So please learn to look at the big picture of ENAGIC. If you ask me, you can ask anybody. You can ask me, Cynthia, Bernard, Romy, JV, Sam, all the top leaders. Our 8 point income today is less than 2%. Most of us, less than 2% of our overall income. But look at our life today. Look at our life today. I'm telling you this. So do not make your judgment because it's not my 8 point, so I want to find a way to get that person nearest so I can make the 8 point. Don't do that, okay? Support that person as per wherever. And you are right, Antonio. Because when you do that, number one, you are showing your blessing. The abundance will come to you. Number two, there is a possibility that whoever that's in between may one day come back. And if they come back and they know that you are helping that person in spite of you not getting the 8 point, what do you think is their perception of you? They will salute you. True gentlemen. Antonio, you are, like Japanese say, you are Ichiban. You are number one. In spite of knowing that we are not in, you help the person without even trying to do funny things to put it under you. That is what I'm trying to say. And remember, guys, this is for all of you. When you do good deeds, the blessing comes in many ways, I'm telling you. It's not just only you, because you help that person, only that person must give you something good, not necessary. The blessing comes to you in so many ways. So many things will happen. It's all a great blessing. Just continue to do what you think is right. Okay?
Yes.
And again, the 8 point, no matter how much you want to hold it, sooner or later it will go out from you, because if that person continues to build, the 8 point will sooner or later go out.
Yeah.
That is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So that's my advice to you, Antonio.
Thank you for that confirmation. Actually, the very first day they mentioned that to me, I was surprised and I was about somehow tempted. But then I told them it must be ethical, legal, and also moral. Anyway, the first person I seek the advice my daughter, because she's more spiritual, more spiritual than me. And she said, if your mission, what is your purpose? If your mission is to help other people change life and helping them make money than you, then forget this proposal. Just help them. But just because in the long run you will lose the credibility, what you're saying. So I thank you, for that advice. If they come to me, in my mind, I will not do anything about this. If they come to me, then that's a sign that they're really serious. But tomorrow, if they come to me that they're serious, I will reject it. I would rather keep this opportunity, to create a name by really authentically helping other people's lives, and trust the Lord that He will deliver what is best for me. Thank you very much.
That's,
I hope it gives
that's good.
enlightenment to other people also in the room.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, Antonio, thank you for that, for speaking up. Gary, somewhere in your sharing, you said you don't mind making little, but in big volume. No, the 8
Yes.
points is only up to a certain point. Yes,
Yes.
then you surpass that 8 points because you're going into the group part. So little, but in big volume. And
Yes.
I learned that from my sister, actually, in the Philippines. She would take the smallest income, or she would what do you say? She's an entrepreneur, but catering to the needs of the government entities, different towns, different provinces. So they're always on the bidding side, no? And her credibility is up there. But what she does is outbid them all. She drops it, but she gets the big volume, right? It's exactly what you're saying. And so she's always winning because her prices for all her goods are always smallest, but
Yes.
then she gets the bulk of it, right? Yeah. Thank you for that. Just reinforces it again.
Right.
Um,
I came up with this concept is because now I always ask this question when I was a young boy, okay? And it's not trying to be lazy, but it's about being how do you I'm not I don't know what's the word to use, but it's all about leverage. So I always ask this question: how can I make money without working? So that's a very simple question you can ask yourself. How can you make money without working? So of course, a lot of people say, wow, Gary, you are lazy. You want to make money and you don't want to work. But I said, I can still make money without working because I let people make money and I just need to take a small portion of what they make. I'm not being lazy. I'm just giving people opportunity. So the point I'm trying to say is, if you see the 8 point, okay, the 8 point, whether we like it or not, as I mentioned just now, is both a blessing and a curse. Is because unfortunately or fortunately, ENAGIC pays a lot of money in the 8 points. So it becomes so attractive that people really want to hug it. I want to have it all. I even got one downline that even so proudly tell me, Gary, I'm better than you. I said, wow, I like that. Why do you say that? He says, you are 6A, I am 8A. You know what he's trying to say? Means every sale I take all 8 points. Every month he's doing less than 10 machines a month. And if he does, he make money. If he don't make money. The moral of this story is you can, okay, put it this way, you either make money or you get freedom. So if you are making money with your own time, you don't have freedom. So to me, freedom comes first. That means to me, my greatest asset is my time. Because I know if I don't have money, I can always make it again. But if today, now is what? Now is the 1st of May. If 1st of May is over, 2021, I cannot get another 1st of May 2021. I'm a billionaire, I cannot get it. So I value time more than money. Not that money is not important, but I value time. So in order for me to have all the time in the world, and yet I'm still getting all the money in the world, I need people to give me the money. And people will not do anything for free. Come on, guys. Let's be realistic lah. You know, you want them to work and you want to eat all the money. That's not fair, right?
Right.
Give them everything. They are the ones that's deserving. They are the one that work so hard. Give them everything. I just take the small little crumbs from everybody. Just small little crumbs.
But it's
But-
from 80,000, no? The small little crumbs.
Okay, ask you a question. How many lobsters can you eat a day? You
Yes.
eat one lobster if you are hungry. Wow, interesting. Very nice, delicious. Second lobster, you are like, oh my God. Third lobster, you look also, you want to vomit already. So there's a limit to everything. So let everybody have their share. Let everybody feel happy. Let's continue to share this blessing to everybody. We have our own little blessing here and there. We are so happy. You know, every morning I wake up, I can go for my bike ride, my morning walk, have my coffee, my kids, with my family, you know, with all these amazing people every day. When I do my morning ritual, I always thank, wow, thank you, my Kangen power team, you know. They are the real true heroes, I tell you. Seriously, I salute them.
Yeah, surely. Well, we have one more question from Vishwa. Hi there, Vishwa. Sorry about that. You've been raising your hand for a while. It's your turn.
Yeah, namaste.
Namaste.
I am from India. I am 3 months old in Kangen water, and I am thankful for your presentation. I have two questions. You have mentioned about the freedom projects. So could you highlight that? What is the freedom project? And second, what is your guidance to the new person like me? I have now 15 machine under me, and I want to become 6A as soon as possible. So I just repeat, what is your freedom project and what is your guidance to new person like me?
Okay. Freedom project, I put it number 2. I answer your number 1 question. Your number 2 question, I answer as your number 1 first. Vishwa, right? Your name is Vishwa?
Yeah.
Okay. Vishwa, can I ask you a question? You are from India, right? Which part of
Yes.
India? Which part of India are you in?
Gujarat, Ahmedabad.
Oh, Gujarat. Oh, Gujarati has very nice the silk, right? The
Yeah.
cloth, right? Okay.
Yes.
Very simple. You have 15 machines under you, right?
Yes.
These 15 machines are bought by how many people?
15 people.
Okay, 15 people. Any of the 15 people are like you, Vishwa, that also want to be a 6A?
Yeah,
Or
they have.
or they are just users?
They 2 people are there, but in single leg, not in the second leg.
Never mind, it's okay. So my idea to you is very simple. How many machines you need to be a 6A?
100 machine.
100 machines. Do you want to know how you can be a 6A in 1 month?
No.
Do you want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
I give you a secret now. Make sure when you come to Malaysia, you buy me some nice Gujarati food, okay?
Yeah, I can parcel from right now here.
Just joking, just joking.
Yeah.
Do this kind of thinking, okay? Do this type of thinking. You see, a lot of people, when they talk about 6A, they will say something like, oh, I will be a 6A in 1 year. I'll be a 6A in 2 years. I'll be in 6A in maybe 3 years. You know why? Because to them, I need to go and sell 100 machines. That is the problem. Now, Vishwa, your thinking should be 5. Where am I going to find 5 people that is going to give me 20 machines in that 5 people each? That means that 5 people, I don't care what you do, okay? Get me 20 machines. So 5 times 20 is 100. You can do it in a month. Everybody can do 6A in a month. Seriously, guys, think out of the box. A lot of people, the reason why it's taking a lot of time to reach a goal is because I must do it. I must go and find the 100 machine myself. So let me tell you how I make 6A in 4 months. When I wanted to be a 6A, first I go out there and tell every living being that I'm going to be a 6A in 3 months. I didn't make it in 3 months. I made it in 4 months. That's why power of words. You need to keep on telling people where you are going, okay? And then you also need to tell people what is a 6A lah. You don't just tell people 6A, then we will blur, okay? So your goal, Vishwa, is, can I ask you a question? Do you think the whole of Gujarat, you can find 5 people that can give you 20 machines?
Yeah, actually, when I joined Kangan, so I have already approximately 5,000 people. So I thought that I will make in 1 month, but that 5,000 people are not joining because of the cost of the machine. Yeah.
That's why, Vishwa, the cost of the machine is expensive, but the cost of the opportunity is super cheap. Okay, see, now I'm dropping a lot of golden nuggets to y'all. I don't care how good the Kangen machine is, but everybody works on a perceived value. Okay, do you all know what it means by a perceived value?
Yeah, I know
Perceived
that.
value means in everybody's eyes, they have a judgment on value. So a Mercedes is considered is expected to be expensive. Nobody walks into a Rolls-Royce dealership and tell the salesperson, hey, are you crazy? Why is your car 1 million? Have you ever seen anybody walk into a Rolls-Royce or Ferrari dealership and say, what's wrong with you? Why is your car so expensive? He must be crazy, right? Because the perceived value is Ferrari, expensive. So if you go into a Kia dealership, you know, Kia, cheap. Everybody has this perceived value. Ladies, handbags. You know, you go to an LV shop, expensive. You go to maybe, I don't know what is a cheaper brand. I'm not a ladies bag person. You go to a cheaper brand, you know it's cheap. Okay, so you go to Paris, first thing, I want to go to LV, I want to go to, and you don't mind even you line up and then you pay $1,000 for a bag. You are okay. You never go and tell the sales lady, hey, you crazy, I can buy this bag for $20. Why you sell it for $1? You never perceive value. Now, anybody that see a machine that makes water and you tell them the machine is $4,000, he will think it's expensive. And please do not scold the fella because this is everybody's perceived value. But what business can you do global that you are partnered with a medical device manufacturer that has opened up 32 locations with 28 countries and have given you 5,000 staff at your usage, and now your business investment is $4,000. Tell me, expensive or cheap?
Cheap.
Vishwa, $4,000 today, you go to Gujarat, what business can you do? I give you $4,000, you go Gujarat. What business can you do?
No business.
No business. So guys, listen, you must sing the song people want to listen. If you sing the song you like to sing, nobody listen to you. You sing yourself. So again, okay, nothing wrong with the machine. Machine is great. The water, amazing. Manny Pacquiao is drinking. George Bush or whoever, Barack Obama is drinking. Great. But the problem is perceived value of a water machine, 4,000, super expensive. But $4,000, business, global business, 5,000 workers for you to use, offices in high-end cities for you to use for free, and a lifetime, and you can show some people's income is making 1 million US a year, $4,000. How come it's so cheap? So you want them to say, how come it's so cheap? This is the only way you can do it. Okay? And you know what's the beautiful part? When you present it this way, you get business builders. Yes, I don't care even 20, 30 people reject you. Then you have 2 people that say yes to you. One is called a Romy Vadera. One is called a Cynthia Briganti. What else you want? You make $1 million a year. Simple as that. Simple. So it's not about how many. That's why I said network marketing That's why I say network marketing is a different breed. It's all about spotting the people. Okay, it's not about how many people you can sell the machine. I've got people who are very good in selling. They're the rainbow sales guy, so good. 1 month he tell me, oh Gary, I sell 20 machine this month. Next month, oh Gary, I do 15 machine. Next month, oh Gary, I do 8 machine. 4th month, where's Nicholas? Gone. Do you know what I'm saying? So ENAGIC is all about finding your two. Find your Romy, find your Cynthia. There are a lot in Gujarat. You cannot find, never mind. Give it to Gary. Gary, go and find. No, just joking. Okay. So that did I answer your question, Vishwa?
Yeah. I understood.
Okay, good. So question number 1, done. Now, question number 2. This is the interesting part. I have always said that for certain reason, I feel I'm very indebted to my Filipino brothers, sisters. I am. Today, my life is a dream life. I'm living a dream life. I'm telling you, if you get a chance to stay with me for a week, you will know that I have a dream life. I'm so blessed. And one of the reasons is because of my Filipino brothers, sisters. Okay. You guys have bring me global. Okay. You guys have brought me to the spotlight. Like I feel like I am Michael Jackson or something, like a superstardom. Yeah, I feel very nice. Okay. So one thing that I noticed that I feel is a very big problem in the Philippines. Sorry, I mean, I could be saying certain things that may not sound so nice, but please, if I offend anybody, I don't mean it, but I'm just saying it from my heart. I'm just saying it very directly. Okay. So I feel that there should not be in the world today where we can even make $1 million just by pressing a button on our phone. In a world today, there should not be this thing called OFW. For somebody like Vishwa, the OFW means Overseas Filipino Worker. One of the things that Filipinos are known for, and to me personally, I feel is a scam. Sorry, I don't know if I will be caught on this or I will be, put in prison if I come to Philippines, but I want to make it so contradicting. I want to say this, okay? It's a big scam, somehow many years ago, the Filipino government came out with this scheme that send all these Filipinos out to work and then bring money back somehow. I think this is wrong. Okay, this is just me. Sorry, I just want to say that as it is. Nothing wrong with going overseas to work. But what is the wrong? The wrong is the family is gone. Okay, and sometimes when I travel, even 2 days away from my family, I miss them so much. I miss my kids. I miss all my family members so much. Just 2 days of traveling. Look at my Filipino brothers, sisters, and some of them are in some God-forsaken, I don't want to mention those places. You and I know. Staying in like pigeonholes, And for what? $1,500, $2,000. Come on. I mean, it could be, okay, you ask me, this could be okay, maybe during the 60s, during the 70s, where there's no opportunity, where there's no internet, where there is no cheap airfare, where people have got no, but can you imagine people are so brainwashed up here that people are still living the life of the 60s. And I want to say this, the nice word is OFW, but many years ago, let's say in Africa, the word OFW could be known as slaves. I mean, as I say, sorry, I mean, if I were to offend some people, I'm sorry, I don't mean it, but I really want to see. Now, I don't mean to say that you should not travel. You should not be in Norway, in Italy, in London, or you should be there. But why not be there as an entrepreneur? Why must people be there as an OFW? And today we have a choice. It's not that we don't have a choice. If we don't have a choice, okay, I understand. I can accept that. So I hope using this platform, and I have set a goal, okay? always wanted to fill up the entire Philippine arena with 100,000 ex-OFW that has relinquished their position as an OFW. They may be going back to Norway, they may be going back to Italy, to London, to Dubai or wherever as an entrepreneur. Listen, there's a big difference between being an entrepreneur and being an OFW. And I'd rather you become an entrepreneur, that you can continue. And what better being an entrepreneur like a ENAGIC entrepreneur, where you can also change and touch people's lives. So my hope, I call this the Global OFW Freedom Project. Actually, Vishwa, you can also form your own thing, because I also understand there are also a lot of Indians that are all over the world. It's the same, just like the Filipinos. Save them, bring them freedom. That's why to me, ENAGIC is not a water machine company. It's a freedom redeemer company. You can redeem your freedom. You can bring freedom to people. I have seen it. I have experienced it myself. I've seen so many people experience it. Why not we start giving people a chance to get their freedom back? Nelson Mandela have to sit in the prison for 20 over years just to get freedom. Today we have freedom in our fingertips. It's just a decision away. It's just a commitment away. It's just a phone call away. So that is my greatest goal. I call it the Global OFW Freedom Project. It starts with the Filipino, but you never know. It may end up to be the Indians, the Africans, the Indonesians, the Burmese, the Cambodians. I just want the world to be free. I mean, how nice, can you imagine? It's like, one day I said, hi, Amalia, I'm flying over to Norway. Let's have lunch, then after that, hi, Koniko-san from Norway, I'll fly over to LA, let's have dinner. Then, oh, hi, Miss Ishii, I'm coming to Japan, let's have sushi. Let's do this. Come on, the world, and especially now with COVID, you also don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Now, I am very deeply saddened by the news. I lost a good friend, and his name is none other than the late Updesh Malik. He was supposed to be on my interview in June. I was so shocked when I saw his like I don't know what you call it, obituary thing. Like, wow. So with COVID, come on. I ask you a question, guys. If tomorrow is going to be your last day on earth, would you spend today going to work? Now ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this very heartwarming question. If tomorrow is your last day on earth, would you still go to work today? If the answer is yes, you better think of your life again. I mean, sorry, I'm being so serious right now because my boss is telling me to be serious. Hey, it's nearly 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm shouting so loud. I think my neighbors will come and scold me, but I don't care, Seriously. So life is, I won't call life is short, but every moment counts, right? So if let's say, can I ask you another question? If tomorrow is the last day that you are going to spend on earth, how much do you value in terms of dollars and cents? How much do you value 1 minute of your time? Ask yourself this question. If tomorrow is your last day, today is the only time you have 24 hours. You only have 24 hours, nothing more. After that, check out. You go up and see your creator already. How much would you value your 1 minute? And would you take that 1 minute and give it to somebody, call your boss? Ask yourself this question. Will you get caught in the traffic jam? Will you go and slog for somebody? So all this is, there's nothing, guys, nothing wrong with y'all. But because just like your, I was also programmed like this when I was growing up. Programmed to go to school, get a good job, then study hard, work hard, and then retire. Who actually made all this system? And let me tell you this, who actually invented the school system or the employment system is a minority of people that want to control the majority of people. In Malaysia, we are known as the British education. Why? Because we were colonized by the British. The British made the education system. Now, I ask you this question. If if a superior race called the boss created an education system, do you think he will create a superior education system so that the workers will be better than the masters? No way. That's why at the very core of education system, it is already a wrong programming. Sorry, okay? Sad to say. That's why I am coming up with very soon a school called the School of Human Excellence. It will be a total opposite of what you see that's around in the world today. It's all about building, it's all about bringing out the real talent in people and really bringing out the real potential of people to contribute to the world, to bring value to the world. Okay? So
Yeah,
I hope
I will be part of your journey also for this freedom project. We are
Thank
doing
you,
this
sir.
project since last 20 years in India. So I will share you that detail.
I
Thank you so
will
much.
look forward you as the next Gandhi. You will be the man.
Namaste.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for your
Namaste.
guidance. Thanks for your guidance. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Gary, I know you're all hyped up. We're all hyped up. We can go another 5 hours until breakfast. However, some of our people have gone. Betty has now to go and take care of her babies, right? And some people are gonna have dinner now. Can we invite you again at some other opportune time?
Of any time, as long as the timing is correct and I'm able to put in the schedule, I'm always
Schedule,
open
yeah.
to you, Tammy. I'm always open. Yes.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
last word, I know you've said a lot, but if there's any more one gold nugget you can leave us, what would that be?
Let me ask my boss, okay? Okay. All right. Last but not least, okay, I often say this in all my videos. I want to say this again. I know some of you are probably very fascinated in the way I talk, or you are very admiring me or something, but I just want you all to maybe in a way take a mirror and look at yourself. Okay. And the reason why I want to say this is because I always have this concept that everybody is different. And I want to say this again. All of y'all, I can see here, Betty, Amalia, Iaza, Josephina, Julius, Norma, Beth, Zakani, Brick, Lisa, Olivia, and all of y'all are different.
Yes.
You don't need to be like me. You can be the best of you. As I say, that again, it comes back to the same thing, the flaws of the education industry and how we were so brainwashed to think that everything has to be standardized. How can things be standardized where monkeys are meant to climb trees and fish are meant to swim? If you go to a jungle and expect the monkey, the snake, the elephant, the tiger, the zebra, all of them to the ability, you judge them by the ability to climb the tree, there's only one hero, the monkey, and all are failures. So what I'm trying to say is, today, even if you are doing your Kangen business, try to, before even you want to do your demo or show the plan or anything, just sit quietly. Like just quiet yourself, forget all the busy thing, just quiet yourself, and then take a paper, maybe write down 10 things what you think you are very good at. And I think I told Koniko this, sometimes you may not even know your own gift. You know what you do? You go and ask people, ask your neighbor, ask your childhood friend, ask your teachers, ask your ex-teacher. Can you tell me from a third part, what do you think about me? Can you tell me some of my strength? What do you think when you see me? What do you first impression? Maybe some people can give you some clues what you are good at. And if you are really good at that thing, maybe you can use that thing to even make your Kangen business even better. And I tell you, when you are riding on your gift, every door's open to you. All the blessings come to you. When you are trying to be like someone else, is a very difficult journey. But when you are you know, I mean, like, not everybody is a good speaker, not everybody is good in mathematics, not everybody is good in IT, but those who are good in that thing, when they are doing it, that thing, I tell you, everything will just move very smoothly. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is, again, you don't need to compare with people, but you can use them as a benchmark. You can learn their success story, but more important, discover you. Because frankly speaking, last but not least, everything you ever wanted, everything you ever look forward to is all inside you.
Yeah.
That's my final message for all of you.
Discover you. That's awesome, Gary. Look at yourself, discover you, be you, the authentic you. And that's what you're doing, no? Great, great sharing tonight, everybody. We want to keep you here, but we've got to let you go. You still have family waiting. So everybody, you can unmute yourselves and say thank you to Gary, Kangen Power, Malaysia, KPT, and the team from Norway. Thank you so much. You have blessed us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Arigato.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
And thank you, Gary.
Remember, let's be the
Thank
miracle
you
the
so
world
much.
is waiting for. It's so easy to be a miracle for others. Good night.
Good
Bayas
night.
minatay.
Thank
Selamat
you,
malam.
Manang Kami.
Good night.
God bless you also.
Magandang gabi.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye.
Good night, Kami.
God
Salamat,
bless
Gary.
everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Kemi.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Kemi.
Thank you.
And thank you, Betty. She has to leave for the babies now. Thank you, Betty.
Thank you.
As
Thank you,
always.
Betty.
Also, Betty. Thank you, Betty.
Kami, thank
Kuya
you,
Johnny.
Kami, for letting us join.
Anytime. This is open to everybody. Next time, okay? May 14. Come back.
Thank you, Kami.
You're welcome so much.
Thank you, Chami. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Norma, thank you.
Thank you.
Sis, we'll message you, okay?
It's been a long time. Actually, Cynthia messaged me several times to attend, right? And I attended this one because I was not available at the time.
See you tomorrow, Norway team.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sis.